Okay now.
To person between my bed.
I see.
I see what the wedding forget me.
Okay.
Papa you look at me. One day you get ya. Mama say na wa me to go kwa. Aga na wa mu jelumba. O we budike. Aga ni lu re budilo wane mo. Ata ga wa ke ya di pa.
Ẹ̀jẹ̀ mi ni ẹ kí n gbọ́, àkọ́bí ewé ayò, ewé tún méje, ìtún ló ní ọ̀tún ẹ̀ ṣe, ìfà ló ní kan fà ẹ̀ mọ́ra, àìbínú gbogbo àtàrẹ, gbogbo méjì ọkà bàbà, gbogbo mẹ́ta ọkà wáṣẹ́, orí ló túmọ̀ ẹnu, gbogbo ọ̀nà ní túmọ̀ ẹsẹ̀. Akọni ìmọ̀ tú ìmọ̀ ọjọ́, ìmọ̀ èmi ni wọn kì í dálẹ̀. Wọ́n bá lọ mẹ́lẹ́mọ́, wọ́n á fi jóye ẹlẹ́mọ́. Akọni wọ́n bá lọ gbé fèrè, wọ́n á fi jóye ẹrùkù. Bọ́wọ́ wọn bá tẹ̀lé, wọ́n á fi jóye aláre. Àwọn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta parapọ̀. Wọ́n wá jọ ń pẹ́ mọ́, ẹ̀ẹ́mọ́ olóko jẹ. Wọ́n pa Akíntọ́lá ọmọ Ògún. Wọ́n pàdé Ìyọ̀dà, ọmọ Àtàlàbọ̀bà. Àkọ́bí wọ́n pàdé Ṣàtàdàdẹ, ọmọ ọba Ìjẹ̀bú Mèrè. Aṣíwájú odò gbólùkẹrẹ, ajagun lólòdì ọ̀run. Tó o bá ṣe pé tìyẹ, tó o bá ṣe pé tìyẹ, lọ bá ń darí jọ wí. Àgbèrò mi kún gbọ́wọ́, ọ̀gọ́ ti ṣìgìdì máa gbé, àgétì ló máa ń gbé, àyàn ti ìlàyàn ewúrẹ́. Ọlọ́run dákun má padà lẹ́yìn ẹ, kó má gbàgbé ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́. Aṣíwájú Ọlọ́run dákun má padà lẹ́yìn ẹ. Àkọ́bí Ọlọ́run dákun má padà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀. Ọkọ̀ onírẹ̀lẹ̀ Ọlọ́run dákun má padà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀. Òdòlé sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, gọ́vnà sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, dẹ́pútì sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, ọ̀túnbá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, spíkà sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, bàbá Ìjẹ̀bú.
Good morning, everybody. You are all welcome to our Sunday sermon this Sunday morning. Your host here is Dupsy Baby. How are you all doing? Let's just go straight into the first story we have for you this Sunday morning. So I think it should be a readout, or is it just that heading woman, or is there any video regarding this?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can very well.
All right, brilliant. It's a bit of a readout, so let me just quickly go through it. And Adopsy, just to manage the space, maybe I'll just present all of the readouts, and then the conversation can then you can pick and choose how you want to go about it. American First Rifle, if you want to jump on, American First Rifle is a totally American guy, so nothing to do with Nigeria. So it's always interesting to get that sort of perspective. But let's kick it off with this. As a parent, would you allow your rich son to marry a single mother? So this is an actress asking this moral maze question. Actress Uche Elundu, she's the one asking. As a parent, or really, she's Nigerian, so I added the African to it. As a parent, would you, but not really narrowed to the African space. As a parent, would you allow your son to marry a single mother? So let's see now what her perspective is. Actress Uche Elundu has taken to social media to ask an interesting question. In a post shared on her Instagram page, she asked if parents would approve of their sons marrying a divorcee with kids. I'll read her post below. So she says, her public opinion, as a parent, would you support / allow your son, who is young, rich, educated, never married, no child, to marry a single mother who is a divorcee with one or more kids. Be sincere with your responses. So this is what she's saying, and just a snapshot of some of the opinions that came through. There's somebody said, to be sincere, yeah, why not? If it makes him happy, if it makes him happy, waiting concern me. So that's that response. So that response, I'm not sure if it's 100%. As long as the lady is not Olosho, no big deal. So this seems to be coming through. You can pretty much tell the gender of the responsees from their responses. It depends on the type of single mother. Single mothers get grade. Single mothers get graded. Get grade by grade. First, check what causes the separation. Because some single mothers are out of choice or out of carelessness, and some poverty. After checking all these qualities, it is left for the man to make a choice. And finally, the character of the lady matters. So that's some of the responses coming under that. I will not, this one, I suspect this is probably the most sincere yet. I will not allow my son to do it unless you have just one kid and you are young enough to give him his own kid or kids. Except that, no. So that's some of the responses coming through on that. So that's some of the responses coming through on that. Dupsy, let me go on to the following show. Or did you want to run a comment on that before I go on?
Yes, well, I think we should do it one after the other.
Okay. Go for it.
Are you busy this morning?
No. Go for it. Okay. We'll do all that, pack it in, and then you pick it up. Yes. So that one is a difficult one, and I think either side of the argument there is merit. If you would allow your single, rich, educated son. So because that's quite a narrow demographic, isn't it? Dupsy is single, is young, is educated, is rich. So that tells you the level of investment that the parents have put in him. And for that investment, they have an expectation. And that expectation is not for him to bring a single mother home. But if he brings that single mother, how would you handle that, Dupsy?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Gomez. Yeah, that's how my voice is when I wake up in the morning. So I'm not that tired. Thank you so much, sir. So as regards to this story now, I don't think for my son that is rich, well educated and everything, for him to go that he wants to marry a single mother, I don't think it's that bad. It depends on the lady's character and it depends on why she's a single mother. I don't think we should say that. How about if he gets married to a girl that hasn't had any child before and the girl doesn't have a good character? It depends on what's going to make my son happy. I'm not going to. That's not one of the things I'm looking out for. That because a woman has a child already, or because she's a single mother, then I'll say because my son is successful, rich, that he can't actually marry that kind of a woman. No, I don't think that's one of the criteria I'm looking for if my child is going to get married. So if you're a good person, you're a good person, no matter what, a single mother or you're without children. I don't think that should be one of the things we should be saying because somebody has children already in a previous marriage.
Yeah, but Dupsy, there are parameters. Dupsy, there are parameters around this. Yeah. If your son, let's say, around about 25, 26, the lady around about 33, 34, 35, the child is around about some 4-5-year-old child. And then she's been through some experience that has shaped her in some way. She's a good girl. You like her. She's pretty. She's still within childbearing age and all that. So she's all of everything that is this. But you've invested all of that. Your son is a medical doctor with a first-class degree, doing his master's, just completed it. The future is bright. He's young and handsome. all of the pick of anywhere in the world to pick a bride from, and it brings this early 30s woman with a child in tow and a jaded past. As nice as that girl would be, would you not
In this story, the woman is older than the guy.
No, I'm just expanding it to say that it's not a broad. You can't just say if she's a good girl. Sometimes it's beyond just being a good girl, isn't it?
Yeah, no, for me, it's all about that. For me, you have to be a good person. Your heart has to be pure. I don't like pretenders. I don't like people that wants to come and deceive. So if I can see you like that, I don't like that age ring too. I don't like my son to go for somebody older. So you're just adding that in now, woman. So I'll prefer somebody within his age, range, and probably somebody he is older than, not somebody that is older than him.
Yeah, I think that if she's older, then it kills everything. To be honest,
exactly. Because one man just added that because he wants us to come to his side. Don't mind the man. He just added that.
If they are like the same age, to be honest, if they like each other, because I just believe when it comes to people settling down, I don't think anybody should have a say. You should be the one making your decision.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, you will be the one living with this person for the rest of your life. Just in the same way they bring people to match make them. If you don't like the person, just tell them you don't like the person. I always say to people, I have a friend that is struggling right now because he impregnated someone, but he didn't really want to marry the person, but they were forcing him. The mom and the dad forced him to marry the person, but he didn't. And I said to him then, like, if you know you are the owner of the pregnancy, you can say you will take the child, but you're not ready to get married. But they made him get married because his younger brother is getting married soon as well. I said, so at the end of the day, there are some things in life I always say to people, if it's you that will deal with the repercussion, it's better you make that decision yourself. Don't make people decide for you. So you've choose this yourself. So it's your own decision. At the end of the day, you'll be the one living with this person for the rest of your life. So it's always your decision. Don't let people have a say on decisions that is life-changing, things that you will be the one to suffer the repercussion or the consequences at the end of the day. It's as simple as that for me.
Who is speaking?
It's DOG.
Oh, DOG. I love your perspective to that. So it's really, I just love it because I think you should be the one to make that decision for you to bring the girl up. Then we, the parents, will start asking questions regarding the girl that you want to marry. So if the girl is good, she's somebody that is straightforward, I think it's okay. But I don't support older women marrying, a younger boy. So I don't support that. But I support that guy to choose and pick the person he really wants to spend the rest of his life with. So there should be a limit where parents interfere in such matters. So that's what I think exactly, DOG. So Chioma, can you unmute? Let's hear your own perspective regarding the story. Is Chioma not there? Who's the last person on the screen? Woman, I can't see.
The last person is Zita. Yeah. That's Zita.
Zita. Okay.
So you have Zita, DOG, Chioma. Yeah. Oh no, I think Chioma is ready.
Okay, is Chioma ready now? Okay, Chioma.
Good morning, everyone. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to you, Chioma.
So I agree with I think I agree with you, Ms. Dupsy. I really agree with you on that, But I disagree with this guy on the comment section. His name is Chukwu Igwe. I don't know why he thinks his ancestors or he is special, but people that think that way, because he said, my father and grandfather didn't work hard for me to hand over their assets to another man's children. God forbid. But people that think that way, they're not really rich. They're probably poor or middle class set of people, because real rich people, taking care of another person's child is like the least of their concern, because most rich people, when they die or before they die, they leave their assets to even animals, cats, and foundations, And, a woman coming into your life should always be a blessing, even if she's coming with a child from previous relationship, because most women, they find themselves, independent enough to leave a toxic relationship. So you don't really know what her past was, So the question shouldn't be if, the rich son should marry a single mom. It's pretty much if your son is mentally and emotionally mature enough to handle the responsibility that comes with being a stepfather. I don't even think you should be talking to a single woman, a single mom, if you don't have any plans to marry her. That's pretty much wasting her time. Those are the main ones you shouldn't even entertain if those are not what you're looking for, so yeah.
Thank you, Chirma. Yeah. So yeah, Zita, can you
Sorry,
unmute?
but Dupsy, do you not feel that the field narrows for a single mother?
Yeah, I do.
The field narrows for a single mother because as pretty, you can be as pretty as Naomi Campbell, but if you're a single mother, then your catchment area is very much narrowed.
Yeah,
And I'm not quite sure that a young, successful, educated man, the world is his oyster. So can you not see why parents will recoil from that? That when you have
that's
the whole of
that's
the
not
world,
the guy's decision.
yeah,
The decision matters.
No. But the parent, I disagree with what DOG was saying. By the way, that it's your decision, not your. No. As an African, as an African, it is a family decision. You are marrying into the family.
Yeah,
You're marrying into the family. So the family has a say on who you marry.
I agree totally. But you're saying because the girl has children already or has a child, so she's not worth any man's love anymore. She's just to be condemned. You don't know the situation.
But what Chukwuigwe is saying in the comment section as well, Dupsy, that in terms of your family lineage, how do you disrupt that with another bloodline?
People shouldn't be talking like Igwe is talking. It's not fair. We are all human. It doesn't matter. You should look into the girl's story. You don't know what happened to her. Probably she's a good girl that was abused in the first marriage or abused by the person that impregnated her. You don't even know. That's how people miss good people in their lives. Exactly. Because you have one criteria that you can't pass your wealth or generational wealth to another man's child. What world do you have? And
those people, they're intellectually myopic. And they're not even rich. Real rich people don't think like that. They don't reason like this, honestly. That's how you know they're Africans. I'm not even surprised because the person that's even asking the question is an African. That's usually how Africans think. If you look at it, you look at the whole Prince Harry. He married Meghan. The only thing missing is that she doesn't have a child, but she was a divorcee. And Africans were the most shocked out of everyone in the whole world. They were like the most shocked, like, oh, she's Black and she's a divorcee. Oh my goodness, So
I don't think we should be.
Sorry, Dupsy. Sorry, Dupsy. DOG, mute and unmute your device. You are not connecting properly. Mute and unmute. Sorry, carry on.
Okay, woman. So, I think we should be careful in the way we judge people. That's how people miss good people in their lives. We should be careful because somebody is a single woman or she's got kids, then she's not to be considered as a successful guy's wife. I don't think that's even good enough. I don't think that way, and I don't think even parents should be thinking that way too. So I'm particular about you, your mind, your heart. Are you a good person? Are you human? That's what I'm particular about. And I always say that to my children. You should learn how to, appreciate somebody that's human with empathy, not somebody that can just do anything out of, out of their emotions. And somebody should be human. You should be considerate when you're making your decisions in life. So I don't know where that is coming from.
Dupsy, do you know that that guy that marries that single mother, do you know that he'll be explaining himself in society for the rest of his life?
Why?
Explaining his family structure.
Why?
Why are we shying away from this? You know, a single mother is probably best just being a single mother. Maybe she'll have a couple more children with other men. But really, you know, not everybody is destined to be married. So when somebody is a single mother, then maybe that is their strap line in life. They just continue being single mothers.
Mama, let me bust your bubble.
That's not nice, woman.
You see that I know a lot of people that are married to single mother in Nigeria, and they are rich. They are very rich. There is one person as well that I know that is married, and they are rich. There is actually one that I know. The woman had a boy before they got married. Now they have 4 sons to themselves. So he has 5 boys in his house, and they are all happy together. I just think his mentality. And for me, I will always say to people, marriage is about you and the person you are getting married to. Whatever comes out of that marriage, you'll be the one to suffer the consequences. So if you allow people to push you to where your heart is not, then whatever happens, you have to suffer the consequences. At the end of the day, like I was going to say a story earlier before my network fumbled. This man is married to a woman, then he got married to another woman. But ever since he got married to another woman, he actually cherished the second wife, even the kids, over the first wife kids. Now, as I speak to you, that man had a stroke. Is the same first wife that he had rubbish that is looking after him. It's the same kids that were useless years ago that were paying medical bills. And at the end of the day, if you choose who your heart wants and you both love each other, regardless of whatever past anybody has, once you guys love each other and it's genuine, is your best. You do, if you go and choose somebody based on, they say, this girl is better because she doesn't have a child and all that. At the end of the day, in the nearest future, because you've chosen for the wrong reason, and that is why marriages these days don't last. A lot of people are choosing for the wrong reasons. If you choose who your heart wants and who wants you, it's always sweet. Marriage is beautiful. I always say to people, marriage is beautiful. You have to look beyond the person's past. Is now you together going forward. If something you can cope with the past, you might as well just carry on with the person. What is there? Somebody having the child can be your child. In my own house presently, we have over
but the child is not your child. That's the thing. There's a biology to it. There's a biology to it.
Your child, but you have to. Like one man in my house right now. I'm in the UK. I'm in the UK. In my house in Nigeria right now, we have over 6 people living that are not even our family. They are not from my parents, and they are well looked after. So so if you are not married to somebody, there is no way if you love that person, you will love the child. Like Yoruba will say, there is another that Yoruba say, if you love somebody so much, you will like the child, you will cherish the child as well. The child might not be yours. As long as you have your own child from the person, you will still look after that child like it's yours.
All right.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you so much for your submission. Is there any other person there, woman?
Yes.
Zita is here as well, but I think Choma wants to come in. But let me chip this in, then Choma goes, and then Zita comes in, and then we expand the conversation. I think that a single mother has no business to have the expectation of shopping at the top tier of men. So a single, educated, successful, rich young man is the top tier of men. So she has no business shopping there. A single mother should be shopping in probably the 3rd tier of men. Somebody significantly older than her. I'm talking about the reality, not this. Not this your woke, not this your woke mentality.
She's not chasing any men. She's not.
Well, she is. Every single woman is chasing a man. What are you talking about?
It's the man that will propose to her, and she's not meant for people like you anyway.
No, don't worry. Me, I'm already. I'm out of the circle. So,
stay married, okay?
Yes, but no. But that's the harsh reality, though, isn't it, Choma? A single mother has no business shopping in the top tier of men.
But
Because
woman,
the top tier of men
the way
have
you're talking
options,
is not
Women are
nice
not
at all.
shopping.
and the single
But
mother
they
has
have
limited
standards.
options.
No, they have standards, but they're not shopping around. At the end of the day, it's the man that approaches them. Period.
One man.
Next.
Who's the next person there? Zita. Can you unmute? Zita?
Oh, that day.
Okay, we are good. Zita, good morning. Zita, go ahead.
I think she may be in the middle or something. She muted again. Yeah.
Okay, let's move to the next one, woman.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Zita.
Okay. I said, woman, what are you saying? You were there when Megan shopped at the first tier of men. What did you do? Nothing. Hello?
We can hear you.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
I'm asking woman, what did you do when Megan shopped at the first tier of men?
Yeah, those are Yibo people now. Those are Yibo people.
Megan no Yibo. Anyway, let me take it this. I don't know the backdrop of the story. If somebody is asking if a parent should allow their son marry a single mother, right?
They are rich, successful young son, educated.
What is all those profile for? Anyway, the thing is that number one, there are a lot of things that have to be factored into it. It's not just something straight. And if you're a man, you see a single mother among all the women in the world, it's a single mother you want to marry, and you see all what you are looking for in a woman in her, except that she is a single mother. I believe that you should summon the courage to never to remember that she is a single mother in that marriage. That is one. Two, when you talk about parents and how they feel about their children's marriage, it is their job. They are just doing their job. It's left for you and the girl in question to convince them that you're more than being a single mother. Secondly, most tradition and culture frown at it, like the Igbo. When you are a divorcee, if your husband is dead, it makes a lot of sense. If you are pregnant out of wedlock, well, yeah, the number should reduce. But if it is divorce, my culture in Igbo land actually do frown at it. Then, for some reasons, they are not a very good friend of divorce. So instead of putting it on the man, hello, can you people still hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Instead of putting it on the man, trust me, it's always the woman's bad character. So they will say you are going to marry a man another man has abandoned. It is more of a psychological thing, one man. But if a man thinks he's well matured to outlook that psychological
leftover women. That's what they call them in China, leftover women.
Woman, stop that. He should go ahead. But I will not stay in this platform and tell you that is something the society doesn't frown at. I won't say that. Of course, society do. No matter what you think your parents are, or your friends are, or your family, your co-workers are, the moment they say, she's married before she has a child, even in the so-called Western world, they're like, they want to know what happened. Why did she leave? What and what? Because they always believe that it's the problem of the woman. Because they believe that women should tolerate all the cheat. You get my point? So, and stay. They're not supposed to leave, even if it's life-threatening. They're supposed to take all the shit and die in that marriage. That's the way the society see it. But I would not say that the society is not supposed to frown at. They don't frown at. You're not supposed to frown at it. It's no matter if you love her. Well, men, but you people should just pay me that love. Okay? I must make bold to say, spare me that love. There are a lot of fertilizer that you need.
What percentage is love in a marriage as it because we
That's
talk
what I'm
about love.
saying. I want to come to
so
that.
love is just about 10-15% of what makes a home.
You need a lot of fertilizer to keep that love. I must say, a lot of fertilizer to keep that love booming in a marriage, more especially when it comes to marriage. Boyfriend, girlfriend, fine. But when it comes to marriage, you need to be, just like you water flour every day, put some ingredients and keep it going. Otherwise, it's going to fall. So somebody should not come and tell me if you love the woman. That's not enough.
It's not about love.
Zita, anybody above the sorry, D. Anybody above the age of 23 that still believes in all this love something, they should be publicly flogged.
So you don't love your wife? Amen.
No, I love my wife, but there's a whole raft of other things that packages together.
I think
there's respect, there's understanding, all of this. And all of these people, they're carried away. They want to fall in love and all this silly nonsense.
You will fall in love. Obviously, you have to love the person. But when it comes to marriage, it has to do with will, the passion.
I don't think so.
And that is where, when
I don't think so.
That guy is not family oriented. Those are where those things come in. It's the will to know that at times the love will fade off. But the will to continue, the will to manage that period, to get it booming back. That is the point. There are times you won't be happy with what your partner has done or your wife has done or your fiancé has done, but the will, the desire to want to be with that person keeps you going. It's not the love that keeps you going, but the love brings you together. So if the love has bring you together and you think, oh, I have the will with this person, that passion comes. Even when it feels like there is no love, I still have that will to want to carry on, to succumb and let that period pass and manage the period and manage the situation. And both of us can carry each other, can share the weight of life and balance ourselves and grow in that. That is all that matters. It's not actually the love, but the love is what brings you together at first. So there is no way you will say you don't love this person and you want to get married to them. The love has to be there. You must
Let me respond to you. You've made your point. Let me respond to you. As I said before, I say you guys should spare me that shit of love. You need a lot of fertilizer to sustain. Now, I want you to do a little sketchy statistics. When it was the time of our grandparents, I hope you're an African. When it was the time of our grandparents, our parents, maybe I don't know about your own parents because you people are very young and your blood are hot. Most marriages then were arranged. In fact, most of them, you meet the person the first time on the wedding day. Most of them, you meet the person 1 week, 2 weeks to the traditional marriage. And all you will say, they say, this is the son of so we've been telling you about. Oh, he's back. Oh. Should we take the drink? You said, okay, let's take the drink. Then these women go into that marriage from the one. They learn the man learn them, they study them. And at the end of the day, they become very compatible. Now, let me ask you a question. If you can do your statistics way back then and now, which marriages are well sustained? Is it now or then? Answer me, Mr.
I will answer your question, but hold on. Number one, I think the fertilizer you keep saying is the will. The will is what fertilizes the relationship. Then when you talk about when you now talk about matchmaking back in the days, it's more of forcing people. A lot of people were never happy, but they just carry on. A lot of our grandparents, those people that were matchmake together, that we've bring a wife for you, then you meet your wife on the wedding day or 2 weeks to the wedding. They were never happy in that situation. They just had to carry on with life because at that time is lack of exposure. It's lack of exposure that was killing them, because it's the wrong thing to forcefully marry people together. That lady probably has somebody she wanted to get married to, and they like each other. And most of those things, now, if you look at the marriage of today, what I think really affects the marriage of today is the wrong choice. People are getting married for the wrong reasons. Some people got married because pressure of the family. Oh, you finished uni, you have a job, you're almost 32, you're almost 35. What are you doing? So if any guy comes, they quickly jump on it.
Okay,
DOG. I have a friend in Lagos presently. Her auntie in her church always tell her, every time she goes to the family church, and that's the
Madam Dusi, let me respond to him because he's contradicting himself.
Please, we have to move on. We've got a lot of topics today, so let's just...
he said two things. Yeah. He discounted the olden days marriage, that is wrong. And he's now saying about the present day marriage is wrong too, wrong choices. Now, he still didn't answer my question. Which marriages stay? Because we have already made it that
that's what I'm saying to you. Those marriages stay because the mentality of our mothers was, we want to stay with our child. We want to stay with our child. And back in the days, the fathers are the ones that go to bring the food. So as a woman then, you are limited. Now women are not limited anymore. We have doctors, we have lawyers.
Which one was lasting? That's the question I asked.
I'm telling you why it lasted. There's a different thing when something lasts, and there's a different thing if there is joy from what you are in. Some people a lot of our mothers were in the marriage for several years in pain. In the name of I want to live with my child, I want to stay with my children, and they are suffering and suffering till they even died in that marriage, and the kids grew up knowing that their mother suffered in that marriage. But in
somebody
these days,
who was in marriage,
and that is why we have
it didn't die because of the marriage.
DOG and
all right. I think Dupsy wants to go on to the next topic, so land that point, DOG, and then we move on.
So my point is, back in the days, a lot of women were forced into it. Fine, you think they are happy in it because they stayed in that marriage for long. That's not the case. Back in the days, mothers always stay in the marriage just because of their kids. They don't want to leave their kids because it was men that would go and bring the food. A lot of women were not empowered. But now things have changed. This is the new era. This is the new time. When you have a woman that is a doctor as well, as a man is a doctor, as a man is a lawyer, we have a woman that is a lawyer. So people can fend for themselves. People can do business. Not that a woman just sits in the house, then the man brings the food, you just cook and feed them, and you just stay there, feeling useless. That is why it was like that. But in these days, why the marriage are not lasting is because some people are being pressured into it. Some people choose, this guy is rich. But at the end of the day, there is more to being together. And that's that's why I said, when you are coming together with somebody, it has to be somebody your heart really desire, somebody that you wanted. Then it's really easy to weather the storm when the storm comes in. Thank you.
And all right, brilliant. Men are abusive and toxic.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chairman.
All right, brilliant. So, Dupsy is still staying within the parameters of our relationships. Folorunsho Alakija is divorcing her 80-year-old husband, and here are many reasons, and here are some of the reasons I should say. It says, I'm just going to read this. I'm not quite sure if this fully captures it. It says, an angry fan reacted following reports that Nigeria's wealthiest woman, Folorunsho Alakija, popularly known for having it all, that is, a successful marriage, home, business, worth billions of dollars, is divorcing her husband, Modupe Alakija. In fact, that name is the other way around, by the way. A man should really be the Folorunsho and the woman Modupe, but that's an aside. The elite couple have been married for 48 years, and their union produced 4 handsome sons and several grandchildren. While the husband has always kept a low profile, the classy and beautiful billionaire businesswoman who became a preacher and denounced worldly ornaments, such as hair extension, makeup, and expensive jewelry, has always been in the spotlight. Her marriage is one of the things she loves to talk about the most. During an interview about 8 years ago, the executive vice chairman of our Farm Oil bragged that the secret of her blissful and successful marriage is being a dutiful wife. Despite the long list of maids in their homes, she brags about washing her husband's underwear and cooking his special vegetable dish. So you can imagine the shock following reports that the billionaire's marriage has hit the rocks and she kicked her husband out of their $700 million mansion in Ikoyi. Most people ask if the marriage crashed because she stopped washing her husband's boxer shorts. I mean, this one catches you off guard somewhat, Dupsy. A marriage of 50 years, if we round it up, long-standing, all the children are done. The man is 80 years old, the woman in early to mid-70s. What could possibly lead to a divorce in a marriage of that longevity, Dupsy?
Thank you so much, one man. So this story has really gone viral. A lot of people are talking about it. So I've noticed the woman, she's changed over years. She says she's now a born-again Christian. She goes to the bus stop to preach. She goes around preaching about the word of God. I think, I don't know. I think she's taking it too far. She stopped wearing jewelries. She stopped dressing the way, she was dressing before, because she claimed now that she's now a born-again Christian. So from my own point of view on this matter is that the guy is annoyed. I don't know, for whatever reason. There's a kind of frustration in the guy. If you hear what he just did recently, I think he got physical with a guy in a Ikoyi club, and I think he was banned from coming to the club. So there's a form of frustration and anger coming from the guy. So you wonder why, what is happening. So if you look at the history, Folorunsho actually made the money. I think from the story that goes around is that they said Babangida gave Folorunsho one of the oil wells that belongs to Nigerians. So why, you think? What happened? Where was she given? Because they said she was designing Miriam Babangida's clothes as a den.
We know what she was given. I don't say what that one
Exactly. So no, just for us to be able to start the story so that people won't come in and start attacking, because it's good for people to understand what happened. So sometimes men are at fault. When this thing wants to start, probably the guy knew that this woman will be having something to do with Babangida. I don't know. We are just speculating. So don't rush in to come and start attacking. Probably the guy will know, and he was okay with it then. So Yoruba will say, Igbe kinki ni eti awo gbegiri. Wọ́n ní tójú bá kúrò ńbẹ̀, ọkàn ò ní kúrò ńbẹ̀. One man is the English man here, so he will be able to interpret to the audience very well. I don't know how to say that in English. So my English is very minimal. So pardon me for saying that. So because I'm thinking probably this woman had an affair with the top people in Nigeria to be able to achieve this kind of wealth she has at the moment. So with years, men continually grow in frustration when you know that your woman was involved in that kind of a thing at one particular time in your marriage. It's going to still break the marriage. So men should be careful what they agree to. I don't know. I'm just speculating here.
Was
so I think
she single before that? Was she single?
What did you?
Was she single?
No. They were actually married.
Hey.
They were actually married there.
Wow.
So you should be, because men are like that sometimes when they're looking for that wealth. They would just say it doesn't matter. I would just pretend as if it's not happening. But it's a lie. We're all human. It's just like a woman that says, I don't mind if my husband is going around. It's a lie. You will mind. Because we are all human. We don't like it. We want to be with one person at a particular time. We don't want our partners to be going around. I'm not saying Folorunsho was even going around, but at least the speculation is that she had an affair with Babangida at that time. Do you understand? So probably that maid had to be rich, and this man is still frustrated regarding that story. But if you see this woman, actually, the way I can see her is that guilt is written all over her. I think she's guilty of something. I don't know. I'm not in her mind. Because for her now to start preaching at the bus stop and doing all this evangelical work that believe in Jesus Christ, and what's all that for? If you accept Jesus Christ, accept it in your room now. What's all that preaching and broadcasting it all over? So there's some guilt to people that take religion seriously, as if they want, God to forgive them of some particular sin they're so guilty of. So that's the way I can say it. This is my own opinion. Don't rush in and come and start attacking. If you attack me, I will attack you. No, I'm not one man. So come in, say, just let us know your own submission regarding this, and let's just, reason it together nicely. One man, do you want to go ahead and let me hear what you think about this story before Chioma comes in?
Yes, I think it's a complex one. And what really strikes me is the length of the relationship. So they said they are divorcing after 48 years. The man is 80. The woman will be in her 70s. So God grant them long life, but you don't have the expectation that there's another 50 years left in either of them. So what could possibly be? Because with at that age, you expect the height of maturity and accommodation. She should understand 50 years of marriage. She should understand him in total, and she and he should understand her in totality. So what would lead to a divorce? And what life then as single individuals for a 70-something-year-old, even if she's a multi-billionaire in dollars, and an 80-year-old man who will be wealthy in his own individuality? So what should be there? So the only thing I can think of is some sort of illegitimacy, probably in paternity. I suspect there might well be paternity issues. Maybe he's gone out and had children outside, which he has kept quiet, and she suddenly discovered. Or maybe, and sorry, apologies to everybody, it's just speculations. Or maybe he's discovered then that all of the people calling him daddy are not necessarily calling him daddy for reasons of biology. So there has to be something big for a 50-year-old marriage to lead to divorce.
So, one man, can you quickly interpret that? Igbe kinkin leti awogbegiri. Tojuba kurombe okunni kurombe. One man doesn't understand Yoruba.
No, that one is too composed. Maybe DOG can interpret that one.
DOG will help us.
Yes.
DOG doesn't. DOG, one man doesn't understand Yoruba. The guy
man understand Yoruba. Who tells you that one man is forming for you? One man is always
he doesn't understand
so
it.
he can
Yoruba.
catch all of you when you are saying things.
Okay.
Actually, I think one man just said my mind in this case, because I just feel a marriage that is that for that long, it takes a lot, probably some secret that was revealed or something, for somebody to find out something, for them to go their separate way that way. It can't be something minimal that will make them at that age too, as well. So yes, that's the way I say. I think that is something one of them find out. Maybe the man has kids out there, or maybe the woman, and you would think, they are rich, they are that, they could have solved it. But sometimes a lot of other issues
and
are already.
The guy is frustrated as well.
So that's then maybe there are other issues as well. Then couple with whatever happened or whatever the person find out as well. But just say, okay, I might as well go my separate way. Maybe one of the kids is not his, or maybe he has a child somewhere, or maybe the woman is probably, maybe he catch the woman having something with the driver, or the, it will be something very crazy. Fine, at that age, they won't come out like we have now with the young couples coming out on social media to start casting themselves. So we won't really know what, but it must be something, like one man said, it must be something very serious. One of them get to find out and make them went their separate ways. And to be honest, I was not surprised. I was not looking at how long they've stayed together. I was just thinking there must be something serious. When I heard about it, there was something serious that happened, because at that age, I don't, divorce can happen anytime, but you just look at, for these people to do this, there must be something major. There's something major.
Yeah, thanks, DOG. Chioma, can you unmute? Let's hear you.
Okay. So, well, I agree with one man that maybe he found out there's a the paternity issue, because his one of his son's marriage, the last marriage, was very private. In fact, people didn't even hear about it. They did it very, unlike her. Normally, she likes to overdo, But this time it was very quiet, and no one actually knew the son got married. So, but I think, knowing Nigerian men, I think he has another family. Yeah, I think so. I think he has another family in Nigeria, because sometimes these men that don't have nothing, they will always try to compensate because of the ego issue. And then, they will secretly have a wife and, kids, just to make themselves feel good and manly, like, the men of the household, So, because I don't think he feels like he's the breadwinner marrying to this lady, but he will feel like that marrying to another woman, but I think the divorce will also happen because she wouldn't want him to be, sharing her money with another woman, so that's also how I see it.
Thank you, Chioma. How about Zita? Zita, are you still there? I don't think Zita is there.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I'm here.
Okay, Zita, go ahead.
I don't even know where to start in this matter, because to me it seems as one a 90-year-old man coming to tell you that his 80-year-old wife has been cheating on him. So that's the way I see it. In whatever area anybody wants to look at it, from the way that woman has been behaving over the years now, watching her, she's doing this church. I think she even had a church or something. I mean, doing this church.
I think she has a church. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she has a church. Yeah. She's been doing this thing. When you look at her, sometimes when she preach, when she sings, when she like her action in the church looks like somebody who has done something so bad.
Thank you, Zita. God bless you. There's guilt written all over her.
Yeah. Please, you people should not crucify me. I know you like abusing me. I don't really care, but this is just my opinion. Okay. So when I see people, Christianity and religion is supposed to be something that makes you free. It's supposed to come freely. You're happy.
It's the other way around, actually.
But when I see
enslaves people's mind,
yeah,
the other way.
Yeah. When I see, more especially these so-called born-again Christians, when I see them, this strong prayer, strong agitation, strong, you look at their face, it's like, sometimes I feel like asking them, say it. Did you kill anybody? What did you do? Like, say it and be free. But they go about doing this. So I feel there is a confession somewhere that somebody refused to take. That's what I feel. Somebody has done a restitution that the other person refused to tolerate. But even at that, they would have just pretended as if it didn't happen, because this is 80, this is 70 something. If that secret has been with you people for this long and somehow it got out, and then you should have at least forgive the person for at least.
Zita, you can't do anything out of deceit. I can't stand people that deceive.
I know, but what about if deceit you don't have much time left?
It doesn't matter.
No, Zita,
there's not everybody that can condone deceit.
Yeah, aside even people condoning deceit, sometimes you feel odd thinking how long you've been deceived. The longer it is, maybe this, whatever has come out, is something that has happened like over 35 years ago. Imagine how you will feel at 80, like, God. And I'm living with this same person all my life, and I didn't know this has happened for this long. So how for that period, how the longevity sometimes even make it worse for you to not cope. If it's something that happened maybe in the earlier stage, you might think, let's forgive each other, let's move on. But if you are with someone and you now find out something that has happened like over 30 years ago, I think it hurts more than something that is just happened recently.
That's why I say it's all about the money. It's her money. So she's not going to share it with another woman. I think he has another family. He doesn't have anything. So
it's a possibility.
It's not about that. Don't say because a man wants to start having another family, that's why that woman would divorce. This woman will want
because she wants to put her assets.
No, she wants to put on a front, even if this man has gone out to have children. It doesn't work like that in Africa.
How much money this woman has? Money.
And where is she getting the money from?
It's all about the. If you're going to divorce
that money, stop talking about her money.
No, because she has other children. She has her other children. She's not willing to share her asset with another.
What
family.
assets? Well, no, she asset none. Who is that person saying?
You have to see it that way because
who is this person here?
This is Kenny here. Hello, everybody.
Oh, Kenny. Okay,
I'm not fit to talk to you.
Okay, sorry, Zita is still sorry. Just wait. Hold on.
Let me just round up my thought, please.
Sorry, let's
let me round up my thought. What I'm saying in essence is that look, it must have taken long for you to find out how stupid you've been. Okay, but then if we didn't have much time to brood over it, let it go. That's what I'm saying. The man is 80, she is this. What are they going to? Marriage should not be in their priority now. Honestly, sincerely speaking. When people say it pains when you find out that somebody has deceived you over the years, I always ask, for those who talk about love in marriage, for those who talk about compatibility in marriage, where is the forgiveness? Where is the forgiveness in marriages today? Even people as old as that, forgive the person now.
Mm-hmm. Not when money is involved. Not when
which
that
kind
of money is involved.
He has the man is rich too. The man is
rich. Yeah, for people to know, the man is not wretched though. The man
is not. I don't know where Rachel is getting that from. It's from a very wealthy family too.
The man is rich.
Check out their history. What money are you talking about here? Or what of it?
Zita,
she had I don't respect this kind of money, Chairman.
Zita, you talk about forgiveness.
I don't respect this kind of money.
Sorry, D. What do you mean the what of it? You mean bottom power money? Bottom power money.
Whoa. Let people be more sincere in what you would do in this life. It's not all about money.
She has 5 other boys. She has to know her money too.
Okay, who's that? Kenny. Let Kenny go ahead. Let's listen to Kenny.
I just want to this year, 2 of them, they are great duty. I mean, to human beings. Understand? Like Manasita said, at this stage of their life, I don't think marriage is priority. They should be able to forgive. I mean, one another. They just need to pretend as if nothing happened because they're not sure.
You can't say that though. You don't know what happened. There are some things that you can't forgive the person. You can forgive the person.
Let me finish my thought. Yeah, please. What I'm trying to say is they should just pretend as if nothing happened because there are some people that look towards them as an example. So they're not showing a good example to other people. You understand? They should
God bless you, Mr. Speaker. They shouldn't do this, honestly.
You want to put yourself in a condition because other people look at your life. They don't have their own life. Let me tell you something because I allowed you to land. Let me tell you something. There are some things you can forgive in marriage. There are some things you will forgive, but you can't live with the person anymore. It will be hard for you. It's as good as you living the person. Oh my God. I will not because of what will give me joy. I will not because of some other people are looking at me. I should be living
and DOG. And that is why we said that it doesn't matter if the woman is single. As long as she's sincere, you can go ahead and marry her. Don't marry somebody that will deceive you. I don't like people that are deceitful. Marry somebody that is human, that is straightforward, and that you can actually trust. So
this kind of in Nigeria now, a lot of women.
Hold on, D.
Yeah. Dick can go ahead.
Sorry. Let me just come in here for a microsecond. I think we have to understand the people we're talking about. Where the woman, Folorunsho Alakija, she's one of the top 5 richest Black women on the planet.
Thank you.
So let's understand that. And the fact that they can no longer live together, we're not saying that they are living in some semi-detached 3-bedroom bungalow in Hackney. No, these are people living. They're telling us that their home in Ikoyi is worth 700 million, not naira, but dollars.
Thank you.
This is a vast mansion with. You can be in that house. You can take a week to walk around that house. So they can have their separate wings, live separate lives, and put on the facade of a couple for the rest. He is 80 years old. She's mid-70s.
That's why they would not.
So they just put on an act for the. How can an 80-year-old person be divorcing? It's unconscionable.
I know
because he has another family. He has another family, and she's not sharing her wealth.
Hold on, but Chioma, she can build that into her will, though. She can build that into her will. She doesn't have to divorce him.
No,
I don't even know where Chioma is getting that from. That if your husband steps out of the marriage as an African woman, you have to divorce that guy. Where are you getting that from?
No,
as an African woman.
She found out
as an African woman.
She was using all her money to take care of another woman.
Which one money are you talking about?
The woman is rich.
Can I say something?
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on, Dupsy. Dupsy, let's do it this way. Let Kenny land because I think we hijacked him, and then Zita coming after him. Oh, okay. I have that sentence, and then Kenny land.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that when I listen to Chioma, I begin to wonder whether people like you and me are very safe again. This Jay-Z, their thought will turn this world around, honestly. Thank you.
Thank you, Zita. Yeah.
Thank you,
Kenny, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, my people. Thank you very much. You see, listen, money or no money, money is not the issue. The man is not a poor man, regardless of how the man has got. You understand? But what I'm trying to say is, if we think about that here, like one man said, they can pretend as if nothing is happening and live their separate life and nothing will come out. In fact, number one, they don't even think about their children. You understand? This will affect their children, in many ways. So as for me, you understand? I don't derive joy in people separate, in marrying, in people losing their marriage, right? But for this to leak out and for them to say they are going on their separate way at this stage of their life, this man, I'm not God though, at most, maybe 30 years more.
That doesn't matter.
Thank you.
You're talking about mansion. You're talking about mansion. What about the man has another house somewhere else and he prefers to live in that house, in that building, rather than stay in the same compound with her? I know a family that lived like that for 2 years. They were living in the same house. He's a popular man in Nigeria. They were living in the same house and they were not talking to each other. Won't that affect the kids? The kids know their parents were, but in the outside, in the area, nobody know they are not together. Nobody know they are having issues. But the long run, it later came out.
All right. Hold on, Ken and D. Let's bring in other voices and then we wrap up this topic and go on to another one. I think Fatai and Temi joins also.
So let's listen to Fatai first. Fatai, good morning, my brother. Please unmute so that we can hear your contribution.
Hello, can you hear me?
Go ahead, Fatai. We can hear you very well, loud and clear.
Oh yeah. Just with your proverb that gingered me to, why nobody interpret the proverb now? We have to interpret.
Thank you, Jare Fatai. Go ahead and interpret it to the audience. Thank you.
And a fantastic proverb now. The audience needs to enjoy it now. They say small shit. We'll interpret that like with a pigeon that has been a broken record.
Yeah, go ahead, Fatai.
It says small shit at the tip of the plate of Begiri. So even if you come out eye for there, mind if you come out for there, mind if you come out now. You know
It's not
the
possible, my brother. Your
shit,
mind will still be there.
yeah, shit and begiri, they get relationship with the color. It be like say,
Similar
it be like say na 5 and 6. So even if you say maybe na shit they take cook and sell, you know, your mind gonna think like that now.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's a very necessary proverb. Or you can't take things for granted or something. Even a small thing, if you think say no matter, but you know, some other people, how if you come up, but mine if you come up for there, you know, that kind of thing. So now I say make I come say, no, this proverb must get interpretation, must get translation.
Thank you so much, Fatai. Don't mind one man.
All right, Dupsy, just to manage the time, let's hear from Timmy, and then we go on to the next topic.
Okay, Timmy, unmute, please.
Hello, good day to everyone. So I just came in 5 minutes after this convo, so I'm trying to catch up. I just want to clarify. This type of story reminds me of when Bill Gates broke up with his wife, Jeff Bezos broke up with his wife. You know, all the major billionaires in the world, and I've known her for a while because of that. So I'm not too surprised. But what I would like to know is if there was a arrangement. If they divorce, is there a prenuptial arrangement where it's not going to ruin her bank account? Like, what's
there's no prenuptial because she got into the marriage before she became wealthy. So
okay,
don't get prenuptial and be
okay.
So she has been married before she acquired all the things that she has.
All right.
Yeah.
So then he's not obligated to. She's not obligated to give him half of what she earned. Is that what we're seeing?
I'm not sure what the arrangement is.
They don't have that law in Nigeria.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
There's no gain, I guess. Yeah, that's my input. Thank you.
But she's saving her money because I think he has another family and she's not willing to share.
So is that a taboo?
assets.
Is that a taboo if a man has another family outside his marriage? Is that a taboo?
You should let her know. You should let her know.
Is that a taboo where you come from?
Sorry, Dupsy. Choma, are you African?
Oh.
No, my thing is
just checking. I'm just checking. Are you African?
If she's finding out on her own later, like let's say after 30 years of marriage, I think it's wrong. I would divorce him.
Do you know that, Choma, a lot of funerals in Yoruba land, when they are chalking the sand on the man that's departed and everybody is crying and the wife is chalking the sand, and then suddenly pops another woman with a retinue of children to come and chalk sand, introducing herself as a concubine. There could be 3 women turning up at the funeral. I mean, what are you talking about? That he has children outside? Then
that's when that became a taboo in Africa.
It's unacceptable because of the caliber of woman she is. She's modern.
What kind of caliber of woman is she?
No, but anyway, I don't know why you people are against what
because she has dollars, Abi. Because she has dollars, that makes her not Yoruba anymore.
It's not that.
If the man is the breadwinner, it's understandable.
To be the disgrace to human being.
No, what Choma is saying is, let me tell you something, and that's why I'm saying we all react to things differently. The woman by herself might not be happy. Maybe if she found out that after 48 years of marriage, I now figured out after 48 years that my husband has 2 kids somewhere that are probably 40 or 30 already. A lot of people, some people might look, okay, at this age, I will just say it, complain, and look at it and let it go. But some people can't take it. Some people can't take
not just 2 kids, maybe a whole family. Because
I'm just trying to even buttress your point. It might not be the whole family. Let's even say the woman just find out that alone. There are some people that can't tolerate that.
Exactly.
So you might look at that's not too bad. That's not. A lot of people won't tolerate it. What I can do, people can't take.
One of the sons is not his. Do we know whether the man found out that one of the sons is not his?
Either of the story. That's what I'm saying. Some man will say, okay, at this age, what can I do? 3 of them are mine. 1 is not mine. Let's just stay together. But some people will say, no, I can't live in this house with this woman that has deceived me to think one of my child is mine for how many years? Maybe 40 years. So everybody reacts to things differently. So we can't say, oh, that should be what should be happening. We can't really say this is what will happen. If that will be your own decision, it doesn't mean the next man will react the same way to that same situation.
Thank you, everyone. Let's go to the Chris Oyakhilome story, please.
All right. So still staying within the parameters of everything biblical. So now, the Christians should please forgive me and correct me, but from my recollection of the understanding that I have of the Bible, Jesus Christ resurrected a man from the dead. But has Jesus Christ's miracle been surpassed now? That is the question. And this clip now will give us the answer. So this is Chris Oyakhilome.
In the last 1 year, we've had more than 50 people raised from the dead. More than 50 people raised from the dead within the last 1 year. More than 50 people. How do you explain such things? Both old and young. How do you explain them? In various countries, how can you explain? What will you use to explain them? Including the ones that happen inside the hospital to the amazement of doctors and nurses. How do you explain? Maybe we bribed them in hell or in heaven to come back. You know, sometimes they say we bribe people, but maybe we bribed the dead to come back to life. Won't that be wonderful? La Cross Ojamani. In the last 1 year, we've had more than 50 people raised from.
So Dupsy, there it is. This is now, it's quite a spectacle, really. So here we have now this guy, Chris Oyakhilome, here in Christ Embassy in the last 1 year, not over the history of the lifespan of the lifespan of the church, just in 1 year, here in Christ Embassy, in the last 1 year, we have raised more than 50 people from the dead back to life. This is Chris Oyakhilome telling us now that miracle has evolved even past Jesus Christ days. What are you making of that, Preacher Man 419?
Thank you, one man. But it's written in their holy book, actually, that all of them are going to surpass what Jesus Christ did. So I think that's why he made that comment. So that's their aim. All these people that are not okay in their brain. So that's their aim, to surpass what Jesus Christ, their leader, did on earth when he was here. So this guy now, research has gone that him and his brother, he has a brother in South Africa that heads his branch of churches in South Africa. They were linked to, drugs. So these boys, they take, you understand what I mean? They take a lot. So when this kind of man comes out and publicly say this kind of a thing, number one, he doesn't understand science. Secondly, he's got something that's altered his mind already for him to make this kind of, apart from this, leave this it. We have to actually look at it from another perspective entirely. So I know they are deceivers, they deceive a lot of people, but apart from that, these people they are on another level if you look at them very well and critically. So for you to make this claim, you don't know anything about science, number one. Then number two, there's something that's altered your mind for you to make a bold claim like this, that you've raised more than 50 people in the last 1 year. So from his own perspective now, Chris thinks that if he raised a dead man, just one dead man, he thinks Guinness Book of Record will not cover it. So I think it's a small thing for somebody to be clinically dead. Somebody that a doctor has actually said, this man is dead. For you to raise that kind of a man up, you think it's a joke in his mind like this after taking cocaine. In his mind, So I think it's a joke. So I pity people that still align themselves to this kind of people and they think they are in this world to make a change. If God has given you that thing called brain and you still attend this kind of churches and you're still under this kind of people that are not okay in their minds, and you say you are a human being and you believe in God Almighty, then you're on a very long journey in this earth that we live in. You're on a very long journey.
Dupsy,
So,
Dupsy,
yeah, Roman, go ahead.
is this just not a simple case of 419? This is
No,
just
it's
no,
more than that at this
it's
point.
just straight up fraud now. It's
It's
nothing
more
The
than that.
problem,
complicated. Just
you see, the
419, isn't
problem
it?
with Christianity these
It
days
is
is
more than that
a
at
lot
this
of
point, Roman.
people don't even read their Bible. They would rather just go to church and listen to what the pastor says. Like me, I'm raised in the house. My uncle, I have like 3 uncles that are pastors, and I actually grew up under all of them. And one of my uncle is church, and he was still saying he lost his first son recently, and he still went on with the revival. And he said that the revival, because I was always looking at the video online, he said people should not change his doctrine when he leaves. His church, you will see, is the same people, certain set of people that have been coming for years that are still there, because all he preach is salvation. But in Nigeria today, let me just use Nigeria, a lot of people, what they are looking for is, you see the churches that are full are the churches that preaches prosperity and miracle, which is what people want. They want to believe they can make money in the next 5 minutes. Pray and pray. You see, that's why you see people, you will see Holy Ghost conversion, people will be there because they are looking for miracle. So this is what people want to hear. So this is how you see. And I don't know, you see all these things. That I was still, when I was watching recently, the guy, they poured like dust and powder on that woman in the coffin. The pastor just put hand in the coffin. The woman just jumped out from the coffin. She was jumping and jumping. What kind of miracle is that? That is not possible. I don't see where that is possible. But people are not thinking, because people themselves don't even read the Bible to understand. I've been to churches and I'll look at what the pastor is saying, and I'll say to whoever I go there, I'll say, I'm not going to come back to this church, because I know the Bible myself. But a lot of people don't even know the Bible. And I think in today's day, in the church, there are even more evil in the church goers, than people that don't even go to the church at all. Because people don't even read their own Bible. People are not being taught that salvation, giving your life to Christ, is the utmost. Being holy is the utmost, not what money you want to make or what position you want to get to in life.
Yeah.
DOG,
Thank you,
can
DOG.
I?
All right.
Okay, Fatai.
Sorry. Yes. Yeah. I was just
Fatai
going
go
to
ahead.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just going to say. So, Dupsy, you set the order on
Yeah.
how the conversation goes. Yeah.
Yeah. Fatai, go ahead, please.
Actually, usually I don't like to get into all of these kind of conversation. But I think that actually when it started, I thought like he was kind of speaking in parable, because you could look at it in 2 different ways. If he was speaking, I mean, somebody could be financially dead and now he's a billionaire, and so different perspectives to look at death. You could be mind dead. All kind of death. So maybe that he's talking about some kind of death that needed to be explained. So but then but when he mentioned hospital, you could including so I assume he's saying that people certified dead in the hospital, not coma, not some kind of unconsciousness. So because there needs to be a distinction between unconsciousness and practically dead, so and technically dead, actually, so I think that's a big claim, and I think the only reason I want to get into it is that actually this is a very easily verifiable claim, especially if we are talking about a reputable hospital. You could very easily verifiable. What's the death report? And we could go to the hospital and check it out. So I think it's a very big claim, and whatever it is, whatever power it is, if you're going to make such a claim, I think it would have been better if you just substantiate that with some kind of, because you mentioned hospital. We can look at the records. We can look at the hospital record. You could provide the hospital record, let the hospital put their reputation on the line. But if he's talking about proverbial death, okay, maybe, I wouldn't have a problem about that. But if he's talking about actual death, I think it's a very, very serious claim, that you could raise the dead. I mean, it was celebrated with Jesus Christ,
Do you think he should be arrested for that, Fatai? Because this is a clear case of fraud, isn't it? Should he be arrested?
No,
Roman, and you and Chioma will get, and you and Chioma will fight. Not be me. Say Chioma said, "Touch not my anointed." And you and Pansat and
Oh
Chioma,
no, not
you'll
this
be
one.
fighting.
I don't support this.
Not this one.
He lost
Well, I
credibility
guess if he lost
and his
Chioma,
wife divorced him.
if he lost Chioma, I think it's probably, I don't know. I think it's safer to stay with Chioma's angle to it.
Yeah,
But I
thank you for
think
that.
that
Yeah.
this is a provable or disprovable, easily disprovable claim.
Okay. Thank
That's
you,
right.
Fatai.
Thank you,
Let's hear
Dupsy.
Choma. Thank
Yeah,
you
yeah.
so much, Fatai.
Thank you.
Fatai, hang
Another
on. Don't
time.
go yet, oh. Don't go yet, oh, because you run away now. Just stay
I
with us
wanted
for
to
some
run
time.
away now. Okay,
Don't
maybe
go
another
yet.
10 minutes. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Fatai. Choma, unmute, please, and let's hear you.
Yes. I don't support Pastor Chris or his congregation. Ever since his wife divorced him, he's lost all kinds of credibility. I don't even see him the same way anymore. I don't listen to him. I even when people come to me and tell me about Pastor Chris, and I ask them, I'm like, how do you feel, attending a church where the pastor's wife left him? Don't you feel weird about that? He can't even handle
So,
his own
Choma,
home.
the only thing that you know about Chris is because he divorced his wife. That's why you don't
Yeah,
believe him anymore.
after that, yeah. I mean, because his wife was a wonderful woman. She was a pastor herself.
So it's
And
just
she's
because
a
of
great
his
preacher.
marriage coming to an end. That's the only thing that you
She's a
see.
great you need to hear what happens in that church. Immediately
Sorry,
after the
Choma.
divorce.
Sorry, Choma. Is his wife not white? Was she not white?
No,
She's mixed.
she's a Nigerian.
She's a Nigerian, but she's mixed, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she's a great preacher. Immediately after she left that church, all kinds of allegations started coming out. And, I just don't see him the same way. And, I kind of question people that still attend that church. Like, do you not feel weird attending this type of church, And he's not a good
So,
man.
Choma, assuming Chris's wife did not leave him, so you still believe in Chris? That's my own question to you. So, will you still believe in somebody like this? That's what I'm just wondering. Apart from the marriage, the crash in his marriage, let's leave that aside. This guy, as you're looking at him, is it normal? Just leave that his divorce aside. The story now. Does it look normal to you?
It's really hard for me to answer that question without thinking about his wife. I'm sorry.
So it's just about marriage.
No,
shouldn't be taking marriage as if it's the only thing we are here for. Marriage is beautiful, but it's not everything. It's not everybody that will get married. And if you can get married actually and you get divorced, if it's not working out, it's no big deal. Chioma. If it's not working out for you and your husband, you can actually get a divorce. So stop putting marriage as if it's the largest thing. No, people get divorced if it's not working out.
As a man of God, people hold you to a high esteem,
So if your marriage is not working out, so you should stay there.
If your marriage is not working out as a man of God, first of all, his wife is a great woman. She's a preacher. She even preaches better than him, very calm. So I mean, if his marriage failed, he's not going to lead me to a ditch. I'm not going to follow him anymore.
Really? So it's just because of marriage?
No, it's not, because it just it makes you wonder. Like, she left the church and just like stayed quiet. Like, no one hears about her anymore.
She has to stay quiet because she was part of the deceit from the beginning. A woman, hold on, Chairman, a woman that can marry a person like Chris, she's not a good person herself. If you can go into this kind of deceit and be there for a long time before you get out of the marriage, you are not a good person yourself. And this is what I continue to say. People should get married to somebody that is human. because people learn how to be human. It doesn't come naturally. So if you are not human, people should not get married to a man that is not human or a woman that is not human. So if you're telling me the woman is nice and she was married to Chris for a number of years and she's nice, deceiving a lot of people, and you're saying that woman is nice, Chioma, you have to think about these things twice.
I'm going to say that some preachers have this manipulating spirit, about them. So, but I feel like his wife was a great woman of God. She's a preacher. So when she left him, I think everything about him just failed. I don't even see him the same way. So yeah, I'm not going to be on his side on this matter. Okay. He's not credible to me anymore.
Okay. Thank you, Chioma.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Zita, can you unmute Zita? Let's hear your perspective regarding this.
My dear, you know me and these pastors, we don't get on. So
I trust you, Jare, my babe. I trust you.
50, he raised 50. Did he just say 50?
He said 50. Out of his altered mind.
And
he might don't day somehow before he talk that one. We know say don't day high already.
Who are the 50 certified dead men that he raised?
We will never see them. CNN will never cover them. Guinness Book of Record will never know anything about them. Nobody will ever claim they are related to them in any way. And this Chioma will come here to say because of marriage. God,
yeah, Chioma, you shouldn't bother about divorce. Now, a few minutes ago, you were the one telling us a man should go and marry a single mother. So it shouldn't be a problem to you. Or is it because he's a pastor? Everything.
Yeah, it's because he's a pastor. And also,
no, it doesn't really matter. You don't. That's why I had people. Sometimes when I talk, people believe I'm supporting somebody. That's why I'm saying. That's why I had issue with people who say Buhari should resign or because he's a president, he wouldn't go for health again. Anyway, that's by the way.
He neglected his wife.
You
but,
see,
carry on.
Dusi, there is something about that man that happened to my colleague's sister. So I don't really know if that man has actually performed a miracle before. I don't know.
None of them has ever performed any miracle whatsoever. None.
From that incident that happened with my colleague's younger sister, I don't think that man has ever performed like miracle, like really miracle. When I mean miracle as it is in the Bible, like you lay hands on somebody, the person gets it. I don't think the man has performed it. All those ones they show is act. That's all I can say. But if you know anybody that was blind, deaf, they performed miracle on, please do let me know. But as long as it's those acts covered with on camera, I don't care. And look, I'm really the last person to discuss about pastors because they get on my last nerves. They lie a lot, they cheat a lot. Some of them, somebody like David Oyedepo lied his way to start.
That one is a pathological liar. He's sick with lying.
I really do have issues. How they get all those people around them, how they grow their kingdom is what baffles me.
They're very brainwashed.
Zita, let me just come in on that name you just mentioned, David Oyedepo. They should be stoning him in his church now. They really should, because when the last election was coming, he came out publicly, severally, to tell us that the Lord told him that he was going to be the next president of Nigeria. He said he had that revelation, and that is what they usually use in all of these churches.
You're mixing them. That's not David. That's what's his name? Tunde Bakari.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, well, he should be stoned then, but I carry on. Sorry, yes.
Actually, the last person to talk about these guys, because I'm going to talk about them from venomic voice and thinking, because I know a lot about them, because I know a lot of people that hang around them. So I don't think Chris has performed any real miracle before, let alone raising the real dead people. So I don't know where he got that in. Maybe he's been out of the picture in a long while. So I think he's trying to advertise himself. That's the only thing I will say. He's been out of the picture, after that, his divorce, a lot of things went on, blah, blah, blah. All those things. It's like his brother was stealing his money, wahala here, there. He's been not like the Christ we used to know,
Exactly.
Yeah, so I think he's trying to come back. He's making a comeback. So you people should let him do his comeback and continue deceiving the people that deceive
that want to be deceived. The people that wants to be deceived.
One
again,
thing I'm always looking at, sorry,
yeah.
One thing I'm always looking at, every time people say they are lying, I've never seen anyone come out to say, oh, he raised a dead in our family, or somebody to say, oh, I was there when it happened. You will never see such. Even this post that one man put on the screen, if you look, there is a lot of people questioning it. I've never seen anyone on the comment section coming there to say, I was there, to say I actually saw him do it, or he actually raised the dead in our family. Nobody
instead that we start abusing you.
Exactly.
How much brainwash is. That we start abusing you.
Exactly. So I don't know how people don't think. I don't know how people are so brainwashed to that extent that people can't just think and say, okay, I'm sitting in front of this man and he's lying to us.
That is why it's so dangerous, DOG, sorry for cutting you short, to take children into all these religion homes because their brain is fresh, right? So if you take your child into a place like Christ's Church, that child can never think properly again. I continue to tell people this. And they would say, no, I am telling you, brainwash is a very big thing. It's very big on humans' mind and brain. So if you're brainwashed to believe these things, you will never get out of it.
Well, from that early age.
Yeah.
You are gone.
Yeah. Tell me, born again, tell me, can you unmute?
Yes, sir. Yes. So I'm not sure if you remember, but I've always had disdain for mega church televangelists, pastor. Even as a Christian, I don't really get why people are prone to defend any pastor. And to be honest, I understand, okay, they grew their platform, they are very good teachers, right? But when there's a scandal or when they have an ego problem and they say outrageous things like this and people are still willing to defend, like I heard Mr. Fatai, he kind of said, oh, maybe he's not saying actual dead people, could be financially dead or just sickness. So it's like, he's claiming that he's done greater than, Jesus as it claims in the Bible. I have a problem with mostly the people that follow pastors after the fact. One man says, should we arrest pastors that would lie or be fraudulent? At this point, I don't even think the courts can do anything than just like discourage people from listening. Why defend? He's not the only one. There's many of these pastors, even like in America, that get away with saying crazy things. Now, it could take 20, 30 years before they're exposed and arrested for something evil behind closed doors, but we don't even have to wait till then to find out how crazy they are. When they start speaking and it doesn't align with what the scripture is saying, they claim things, and then you have critics that will speak against them, but people will like, hold on, protect the anointed. How do we know they're anointed? Who said they're anointed? God even says that many will claim to come in my name, but they're false. Like, that's our job to discern, okay, who should we follow? And personally, 80-90% of these mega church leaders, I completely am against. Even the ones that I like, they're not even popular like that. People follow any man with a crowd. Why are we so obsessed with famous preachers? I respect the street preacher more than the mega church televangelist, because the street preacher isn't asking for anything. He's just out wasting
salvation. Give your life to Christ.
Right. He's not asking
miracle.
for
He's not preaching prosperity.
It's just exactly, and people are attracted.
And that's the gospel. That's what the gospel should be, though.
Listen, guys, I think to stop judging these people. Seriously, that's my
which people. Which people? The people that listen to the televangelists.
Excuse me, please.
Yeah, I'm asking.
I mean, I'm not gonna take your direction or whatever anybody been saying since start this. I mean, this topic. Okay, so nobody know the facts whether they are called or not called.
Please,
Nobody
we are
know
not
the
here
facts.
for that. Excuse
Then we
me, brother.
figured
Hold on.
I anchored this
I'm just
show. We know what we are saying here. That is your opinion. I don't want anybody to come and say we
Can
don't
I
know what
play
we're
the
saying.
devil's advocate?
Touch
Yeah.
not my anointed now. Touch
No,
not
I
my
don't have
anointed.
time for that, woman. This is my show. I will eject anybody out. I don't have time for people that can't think. I don't have time for that. Okay,
Can I
Chioma,
play
go
the
ahead.
devil's
Chioma.
advocate? Okay, so what
Yeah.
I think,
Okay.
maybe he doesn't mean it literally. Maybe what he meant was,
just try to-
as a pastor, he has visited some of his congregation that were in coma or those in, critical conditions, near, death experience, that he resurrected after praying for them and, touching their head with the anointed oil. And, instead of dying in a coma, they came back to life. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah, it's
maybe
different
he
raising
didn't
somebody from coma from telling people you've raised
So,
the dead.
sorry, DOD. Let me just do one quick thing for a moment. Free game. Can you switch on your camera so I see who you are? We've been having some. You won't be visible on the screen because I blocked the screen. But just switch on, and only I will see you. But switch on your camera so I can see the face because we've been having somebody. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. Oh, okay. So sorry. Carry on. Yeah.
So the Gypsy, yeah. Anyway, I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna say what you want me to say. You know what I mean? My own opinion is started different from yours. You know what I mean? So, and I grew up in a Christian home. So I'm not gonna stay here and start maligning pastors or saying bad about them. It's not my job to judge them.
Kenny, I malign
So-
pastor a lot, so it's better you don't come for this show again. I do. That is what I do here. Ask Chioma.
Well,
I malign pastor a lot. So
ask for
maybe you
forgiveness
shouldn't be
then.
coming here. You went to one man
You ask
start
for
his own
forgiveness.
show. Do you
Dupsy is
understand?
an
I
antichrist.
malign
Dupsy is an
pastors.
antichrist.
Yes, I am
If your job-
antichrist. So I
if your
malign
job is to
pastor
malign
a
pastor,
lot.
you should stop it.
Yeah. So you
know what I
can
mean?
actually exit my show, then you come back from one man's show.
No,
Okay.
you should
Thank
not
you for
keep on-
coming.
It's my opinion. I have right to say my what you say.
Yeah, you said we should stop maligning pastors. That's why I said
Kenny,
that
this
is my
will
job.
Dupsy will
That is what I do.
Dupsy will backberry at all.
That is what I do. I'm trying to tell him so that he will know what I do here. I malign pastor a lot.
So what do you get
Christians
from
like
that?
Chioma and Temi, they're always here with me every Sunday.
What she
so they
gained
know my
from that
position
is really
already.
not
I
what should be your
malign pastor
business.
a lot here.
You
So
can
if
you
you
can
don't
make
know,
you can
wait
share
till
your
one man
opinion.
starts his own show so that you come for one man's show. So you are not supposed to be coming for this show because this is what I do here every Sunday. Do you understand?
Dupsy,
Can I-
hold on, Kenny. Hold on, everybody. Dupsy, let's do it this way. Kenny, if you just let this conversation take place and then come in for the last conversation. But Dupsy,
Okay.
we seem to have a new but stay with us still. But let people speak freely. This is what they think. So if they don't say it, they still think it. So you might as well hear it that they're thinking it. But Dupsy, we seem to have a new voice joining us. I think for the first time. Free Game, he calls himself. Dupsy.
Okay, let's hear Free Game, please.
Hello, how y'all doing?
We are doing great. Yeah, go ahead.
I have an opinion on dating the single mothers from a African American perspective. With African American men being stepdads for the last 30, 40 years, there have been issues here in America. The first issue is that let's say if the relationship gets on bad terms and she have 2 or 3 children and you become a stepdad, what can happen is she can rally the children against you in your own house, and they really have no skin in the game when it comes to the man being the biological father. So it can be a war on the man in his own household if the relationship is going downhill. The second thing is, if the relationship ends all the time, like let's say if nothing happens between you and the children, but you and the mother gets on bad terms, what can happen is you can raise those children and now they're just taken away from you after 18, 10, 15 years, something like that. And you never had children of your own because you've been faithful to her the whole time. So now you have to have children with a woman and you haven't had children in the last 10 or 15 years. Another thing is having to pay for those children when you could be putting money into your own children. If those children go away, all the money that you invested goes away as well. Also, it's a 76% chance that blended families here in America, I don't know about Africa, doesn't work. So it causes more complications. Now, let's say if the father of the children are still involved in their life and you comes into their mother life, it can be conflict between the biological father and the stepfather, and now it's a war between you and him, and he making me
Free
tell
game, free game. Do you have direct experience of this? Because you seem quite knowledgeable on it. Is this something personal to you?
Well, I had a grandfather that my grandmother, he wasn't my real grandfather, but he treated us as if he was our own. But my grandmother ran him over and did the same things I'm telling you to him. And he was a good man. So he invested a lot into us. And when he lost his job, my grandmother just, he had heart issues. My grandmother just completely started disrespecting this man. So yeah, that's my opinions on it.
All right, Dupsy.
Hello, Mama. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
Can I just,
Yeah.
just
Okay, Fatai, you
just
want to
because
say
I,
something, Fatai? Go
just because I've kept people waiting, we have to hang out, So,
Yeah, go ahead.
and
Yeah.
they're gonna kill me, Bro, tell me, I didn't make excuse for anybody. I don't make excuse for people. When I was saying that, I said, as the story was developing, I thought in the beginning it was being proverbial until he mentioned hospital and stuff like that. So I don't make excuse for nobody. I think the only thing I will make excuse for is Chris Oyakilome and Chris Okotie. I love their Jericho. I think I want to make it actually. I want to make my hair like theirs. This is the only thing I can make excuse for. I
thought you prefer to have a Mohican. You always wear a Mohican.
No, I love your haircut too.
Yeah.
I'm always falling for Fatai's
Yeah.
haircut. I won't like it again if
No,
you go and do Jericho's. I love your haircut.
No,
now.
I could still.
I'm always tripping for your haircut now.
I could still make it curly and still have it together.
No, I wouldn't like
Fatai,
that.
Fatai, funny enough.
Okay, I'll keep
Funny
it.
enough, I don't know if they still do it, but some of Chris Oyakilome followers, they do the same hairstyle as him.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Back when
When
I
you
was
have a
in uni,
Jericho,
yeah, they
Jericho
would go and
opened
do
doors
this.
for you.
Oh,
He opened door for even this guy Bismarck Irani. The only reason he gets on television is his Jericho. So you will see that there is something about Jericho that I'm just joking. And yeah, I don't know if I don't know. Don't have a big opinion about the topic.
Yeah, it's all about the brainwash as well. But that's why most of his congregation they have Jericho. So
yeah, of
it's
course.
part of the brainwash. Yeah.
It's part of the allure. You know,
Yeah.
sexy boy. You know, sexy
Exactly.
boy, sexy boy, man of God. Now it's
Says-
God's gift. Now that's
And he have slept with half of the girls in the church already.
that one. This baby, I don't know that one. No.
Somebody
I don't
will
know that
come here
one.
and tell me not to malign a pastor. That's what I do. So you always wait for one man's show. That's what I do here. So the Christians like Chairman
all right.
Temi, at least they know.
Okay.
They know that that's what I do, one man. So let's.
Thank you.
I don't think Temi
Yeah,
has
but
finished.
Dupsy.
Yeah.
I think maybe we should make it clear.
Yeah.
You can come here to hear your opinion, but you don't come here to tell people not
Exactly.
not to get their
Yeah,
own
that's what I'm
opinion,
saying. I
that
say
their own
people like
opinion
Chairman
is
Temi,
wrong.
they're always
So
here.
you
with
can
me.
say what you want to say, but
Yeah.
you don't come here to tell people
Exactly, that we
what they are
shouldn't
saying.
malign pastor.
Yeah,
That's
you
my
get
my
so
stand on that, DOG. Yeah. But Temi and Chioma can stand me. So why? Yeah.
Let me do this. Let me present the last story. So because I need to come off the screen for about 10 minutes. So let me present it and then you coordinate it as you will. Maybe Temi will take the lead on this when you get to it. It says that you are in a lesbian relationship if your man is comfortable collecting money from you without giving it back to you. This is a BB Niger girl doing speaking to her gender. So she says, Big Brother Niger star Donye has opined that any woman whose man is comfortable collecting money from her without giving the money back is in a lesbian relationship. Donye stated this in a Snapchat during an exchange with one of her followers. So this is what she had to say. It says, 100 years of enjoyment for you. All my teachings are not falling on deaf ears. A man that is comfortable collecting your money every time without giving it back to you, especially when he has means, is a sissy. You are in a lesbian relationship there. When he walks by, please spank his ass and buy him lip gloss. So essentially, the wider story I think she's speaking to is the woman being the breadwinner in the family.
Sorry,
Yeah.
woman.
Fatai, thanks so much for coming, my brother.
Okay, thank you very much.
See you again soon. Yeah,
God
thanks,
bless you.
Fatai. Yeah, Kenny, I'm listening.
Yeah, I just want to say bye-bye to you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for coming, Kenny.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Fatai, bye-bye, everybody. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't go, Zita. Where are you going to? Zita?
Yeah,
Is Zita
yeah.
gone? Okay, you're there.
Yes.
Okay. So, Temi, do you want to take a lead on this?
Yeah.
Go ahead,
I'll give a quick input, and then I want to just relay back to my last point from the preacher. So with this with this comment, in a way, I agree with her personally. If it was a marriage, there must be a reason why your husband is lending money from you. And there's always a situation. I feel like this is a very blank statement. It could come with a lot of things. But I think that in general, a man shouldn't, I guess, rely on his, lady financially. For me, it's so that to just protect himself. Because eventually, that's what I've witnessed. A lot of women, not all women, a lot of women hold on to the idea that, I'm not with a provider, I'm providing for him. Something might eventually come on, and she would turn it against her. I feel like a lot of women think this way. So I would always advise a male friend, hey, when you're in a relationship with a girl, don't rely on her too much. She's gonna, dump you if you keep, leaning on her, because it's just not in your masculine role to play that role eventually, because then that's when they can turn away from you, because eventually they would lose interest. That's my opinion, but I understand some people might say other things, right? So I'm not going to fight on that. But then I want to just make a last point to Christians. I get it, defending the anointed, or a Christian leader that you followed for a long time, and you're just surprised that they will say something outrageous, or there's a scandal that comes at you. It's almost difficult to let go, but we have to learn to do it. And a lot of Christians want to use, the scriptures says this, we have to avoid judging. And let me pull the Bible out, because I'm getting tired of people saying that, oh, we're not called to judge. I just had this quote here from the Bible. It's in the book of James 3:1. Not many of you should become teachers, my fellow believers, because you know that we who teach you, this thing keeps turning off, sorry. One second. That we who teach you, we who teach will be judged more strictly. It serves as a reminder that of the higher standards to which teachers and leaders are held to. I'll repeat, not many of you should become teachers, my fellow believers, because you know that we who teach will be judged more strictly. Now, it could be referring to how God will view you as a leader, but also how we should almost keep people on the on the hot seat. If you decide to become a pastor, you are held into a higher standard. I guess they make mistakes too, but when you come across these crazy scandals or even claiming falsehood from the scripture, you shouldn't just get a pass. Oh, he just made a mistake, or oh, he didn't mean it like that. I don't believe in that. I think we have to criticize our spiritual leaders in any religion. That's how they behave. I don't know why we are so special with these celebrity pastors. Like, I don't know the obsession. I don't. But, that's my opinion on that and this.
Thank you so much. So it's people like you and Chioma that will still convert me, okay? To come back to Christian. To Christian, because I like people to argue from a very solid point. Yeah. I don't want you to come out with all your emotions telling me not to malign pastors. I don't like that. You can actually come and tell me, Dupe, this is what I believe. And I think Pansad do a good job of that too. He comes to convince me, and he doesn't come with emotions trying to say I'm not right. Do you understand? I'm a very stubborn woman. So if you come like that, I'll come back to you. So Kenny, I don't mean any harm. You can come back again. But I just want you to know that what I do here is to malign pastor. So Christians like Prancer, Chioma, Temi, they come here to tell me what's in the Bible, what people are doing wrong. So that's the only way you can convince me, my brother. So don't tell me what to do on my show. That is what I do on my show. I malign pastors. And Christian comes in respectfully to tell me their opinion on this. So that's the only way you can change my mind if you want me to come to the Christian fold. Chioma, Olonguyo, on mute.
Yes.
Yeah, let's hear your opinion. Yeah.
So, I mean, I like her. I agree with the Doyen, The only thing I didn't like that she had to label those men as lesbians, just because they're not, their women are not gold diggers, So my thing is, she should have just called them roommates. Because I always feel like a man should be the breadwinner regardless, just give them that title as the breadwinner, man of the house, head of the house, they get more respect that way too, So I feel like you are actually living with a roommate if you're having to pay any bill in the house. The reason why is because my mom doesn't pay a single bill. Maybe she buys groceries with her own money, but my mom has never paid a light bill, nothing. My dad does everything and we respect him. So for me, I don't think I would ever marry a man that expect me to pay even a light bill. That's just how I grew up and I like it that way. Period. Next.
Chioma, baby girl for life.
Sorry, can I ask?
Somebody will see your voice, will hear your voice like this and think you can never pay any bill. A baby girl for life.
Can you imagine? I would never pay bill for no man. No.
A baby girl for life. I love your perspective.
I believe that my money is my money, and for my
and
kids,
his money is our money.
Period. Yes,
it's our money.
I'm telling you, because you know what these men would do.
Yeah.
If you're helping with the finances, they will spend some of the money, dating other side chicks and all that stuff, So why don't you just spend all his money on you and your kids?
Yeah. So we should take this more seriously to educate men about this, because a lot of men will be against this, our opinion. A lot of them, they don't like when we talk like this, and I understand where they're coming from. I've got boys too. So I know where they're coming from, that you should be able to help your man, you should be able to pay, or you should be able to pay some part of the bills in the house. I get where you all are coming from.
But can I ask my question, please?
Just wait, just let me finish my submission, DOG. So I pray for each and every one of you listening to me today, that you'll be able in your various homes when you're married to be able to pay 100% in your various homes. So when we girls are saying that, that is what we wish for you. That is what we'll pray for you. So you guys should just listen and know where women are coming from that perspective. For notes, a note, people like Chioma, if your guy is trying but he hasn't reached that point where he can pay that 100%, please support him, because you see his effort, that he's trying to be the man over the home. Support him at that period.
And that is why
I'm sure that kind of man will pay 100% as soon as he's able to pay that 100%. Let's encourage men to always pay 100%. Let's support them and let's pray for them to be in charge. Because men has the tendency of that egocentric problem. If you're helping them, if you're not, they will think you're not respecting them. So they will want to go and start paying some girl's fee or bill somewhere, so that the girl will see them as the head of her. So please, let's be careful about this thing. I know a lot of people like Simba, they're getting ready, wearing their shoes.
They're ready for us.
Yeah, wanting to come and fight you. I will fight you to finish. Just listen to what I'm saying. I said girls should continue to pray for their partner to be the head 100% in their home.
Amen.
I've been married for 24 years. I've never paid a bill. Apart from that, I'm 100% entitled to my husband's money. I have a check, he has a check. I can send to his account at any time to withdraw money. In fact, we will ask Dupe, you are taking such amount this month. I want to know, are you actually taking this amount so that I will know how much to withdraw? Money. My husband asks me that. So how do you expect me not to love that man 100% and respect him? Do you understand? So I'll pray for you guys to be like that in your various. So may God help you all. Don't come and fight here, I'll fight you. You know me.
Let's just end it like that. No more.
Yeah, I'll beg you guys now. Don't come and fight. DOG, go ahead.
No, Chairman, I said we should not continue. We should just leave it at that.
You know,
go ahead. No, she's only joking. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I just feel there are many angles to it. Yeah, it's good. I agree with you what you said. I don't have any, but is Chioma's statement saying, "Oh, so what if your husband is paying 100% and life situation happens, something happens, and it can't really do 100% anymore? Would you leave such man?"
Never. That's where I come in with all the money that I've saved for me and my kids, and I will contribute.
I see your point, but I think where you get it wrong is not every man, because you support them, use what they should have been using on 100% to have side chick. For some other men, let me tell you, for some other men, it's a plus for the family because it makes them invest in other things in the family. So if you have the idea that once you start supporting a man, the extra on it that they should have been spending goes to side chick.
It happens a lot, God. It happens a lot.
Honestly, that's your business. I'm not marrying anybody. I'm paying a light bill. No, I'm not. No, I'm not supporting any of that. You can go
happens a lot.
You can find.
I'm just talking. Life situation happens. Things happen.
Yeah, and we agree to that.
I come in. That's where I will.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just letting you. So you have that mindset as well.
Of course, during COVID,
it's for better for worse. Remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. A lot of men lost their job during COVID, and their women supported them throughout the whole process. But I cannot, for the life of me, live with a man that'll be paying any bill in the house. I'm sorry. So sometimes I feel like men should look for a partner that fits their way of life, their plan, but not someone like me. Honestly, I'd rather be like independent, single than having to, you know, pay a bill with a man, a roommate.
Because most men don't even appreciate that, really.
At
In their
all.
heart of hearts, they don't. They just pretend to appreciate it. They don't actually appreciate it. They've got that ego. They prefer to lord over everybody. They prefer to be the head. So if you turn it, you know, the other way around, they look for another person to be the head of that person. So that's the way it works. Yeah. So yeah. Go
See,
ahead.
actually, the guy
Go
that
ahead.
said, I wanted to ask him a question. The guy that said, if life happens, I want him to expatiate on what he means by that, if life happens. Because if life happens, if he didn't have a savings, if he is the one taking care of the home and life happens, what about his savings? If life happens, when he was paying those bills, don't they have a joint account? What about the money in the joint account? Did life happen to it? You see, this idea of telling a woman to take care of the house is really annoying. Honestly, sincerely speaking, it's really annoying. She goes to work, she cleans the house, she cooks the food, she does everything. And the little one that makes you a man, you find an excuse why she should help. I am not for it. Honestly. Look, Shoma, let me tell you, I pray for you that you marry a man that life will never happen. You get the point?
Amen.
He will take care of you till the end. There is nothing like
Amen.
life happen. If life happen, you should go and get his service. If life
Amen.
happen, two of you should jump into your joint account and use it to get the life up again. You shouldn't pay
No, maybe
anything.
the question,
Amen.
Madam AI, maybe the
Amen.
question should be, we should be asking the person that says they will only marry a man that pays the full bill, that they will never pay they will never support their partner
It
or
depends on
husband.
what you
Hold on. Whether would they have a joint account with their husband? Because a woman that doesn't want to contribute anything, I doubt would want to have a joint account with the husband. So that question should be going to the people that are actually on that part. So what I've said I don't have to answer your question. I think the question should be going, would the person want to have it? And that's why I said, when you support your husband, it's more of a plus for a serious husband, which that is a way it brings more to the family, because then you can think of joint account, you can think of other things, you know, how to improve the family when you support your husband. But if your husband is doing everything, so it will be the only one to do. So that's why it comes together. I'm not saying
What
a
do
man
you
should
mean
not
by
look
your
after their
husband
family.
doing everything?
You see, but when
I
you
don't
have that
get it.
mindset, remember that at times business, if your husband is a businessman, there are times things might not work out. There are times you might invest in things and things are not working out as you used to be. What would you do then? Is that when you want to support your husband?
Let me tell you something.
You know, life happens, and we can't
Listen, let
say a
me
lot
tell
of
you.
things happen. Somebody might fall sick. What if your husband falls sick all of a sudden?
Listen, let me tell you.
Something happens to him.
It is
you
not
know?
her duty. But if she wants to help, she can. But it is not her duty. That's the point I'm making.
Nobody's saying
You are
that.
saying it.
That's my point. That's
as
what I
if
said
it's
to
that
them. I
it
said
is
to
her
them
duty
earlier.
when there is no money in the house, she should bring her own money. It's not her duty. If she wants to bring, fine. If she doesn't want to bring, fine. And I pray for every single woman on this platform. Do not make sure you marry somebody who will take care of you and your children.
Amen.
If you can't, don't marry.
Zita, you are saying too much. Are we talking about a woman that sits down in her house and does makeup and doesn't work? And then in that case, she's almost like an invalid. You can give her everything she needs.
No.
But when, hold on. When you're talking about a woman that works, then tell me how much you see put in towards the retirement fund of the family.
Listen, let me tell you.
Hey, answer that question. I'm being specific. Because you take care, you pay off the mortgage.
Let me answer
hold on. I've not landed my point.
Okay.
You pay off all the bills, you pay off the house, and you pay for the 2 vacations to Asia and Europe that you guys do. Then she's working. So what's she doing with her money?
It's her money.
Towards the family.
Yeah, it's her money. She keeps her money.
No, that's BS.
Oh,
that money needs to go. No. That money needs to go towards the retirement
Listen,
savings
let
of the house.
Let me
Period.
tell you this. You ask me a question, Kulata, let me answer you. In fact, every girl should ask the husband this question before she marry. Please, if you want to agree on keeping money aside as joint account, that's fine. You can keep money aside. What percentage of your money will you bring out? Your salary will you bring out? This one, you people are even saying life happen. You think life doesn't happen on a woman? Of course, life do happen to women too.
Let's go.
You see, the way you speak
we have to
as if they say when a woman and man come together, they've become one. But you still speak as if I don't know how you see marriage or your view to marriage.
I'm talking about.
And that's why I think you don't
Listen,
understand me.
Is that one I'm talking about? I'm talking about that one. And that one is the head.
Thank you.
That one, that's what I'm talking about. That one. That is why there are a lot of divorce between the African in African marriages in the Western culture because of this.
They're looking for someone to help them pay bills. That is all.
No, take the responsibility. If you can't, don't get into it. It's as simple as ABC. But hallelujah, praise God for you. If you get a girl who is ready to every day she get her money, she come to the table and say, "This is what I got this month. How much do you want me to put out? How much do you want me to use to help you?"
But you know, in Nigeria,
hallelujah.
This will never happen in Nigeria.
Hallelujah, praise God.
Even
But
taxi drivers, they take care of the whole family.
My husband to start looking at how much I earn in a month. God of mercy, that's no.
If you are going into a marriage that you don't want to share the weight with your husband,
which weight now?
Which weight are you carrying, DOG? Which weight are you carrying?
Which other way? Nobody's saying the woman should suffer. A man will always look after his wife.
No, which weight?
We have to come together as one. But you guys, you are talking as if you are looking at it as if you are separate
no,
bodies,
you are
even in marriage. And that is where the problem is. And I don't want you to start disorientating people.
Listen,
I'm not saying for you not to want your husband to look after you.
I pray that you guys will be able to afford everything. Say amen now. If you can't afford
it now. Amen. Everybody will say amen.
Sorry, Doopsy. For some of us can afford everything, but it is totally irresponsible. It's totally irresponsible for a woman that is working not to contribute to the communal living of the family.
What do you mean by
Excuse me.
What do you mean by irresponsible?
Excuse me. Yeah. Where I make exception, like pay off the mortgage, pay off the travel, pay off the vacation, pay everything. That's a man's job, and we do it. But when it comes to you cannot say all your own money is just for you. That's BS. You have to take a percentage of that money and put it towards the retirement contribution of the family.
Not how duty.
That is how it's done.
No.
This is 2024.
I use my money for something. Do you understand?
For what? To buy clothes?
To buy diamonds and gold for myself.
I beg, Doopsy, serious at all?
No, but me, she's serious. I use my money for something.
Serious.
To buy diamond and gold.
We buy diamonds for you guys. We buy it.
Yes.
So you cannot be a liability to the family.
I'm not a liability. In what way? In what way am I a liability?
Are you working? If you're working, you need to be contributing towards something.
Let's hear your wife. She said something.
Except you're not working. If you're not working, then we can say you're an invalid.
Your wife is trying to contribute. Let your wife contribute to this topic. Let her talk. She's talking underneath there. Let's hear her voice.
You can't just say you are working, then it's for you to be buying diamonds. I mean, that's very irresponsible.
Went out of the room. Where his wife was
at? The point is that it's not her duty. That's the point I'm making. It's not her duty.
No, did I argue about paying bills, paying off mortgage? I did not argue about that. We do that. Even paying school fees, paying private school, paying all that. We do that. But you cannot tell me you will sit your ass down and just use your money to buy makeup. What kind of nonsense is that?
It's job to buy makeup and makeup. You think it's easy to sit pretty in the house?
To buy Mac $2, $3.
You think it's easy? You don't know that
Eh?
he's bringing something to the table. When you
What is he bringing to the table? After some time, law of diminishing returns
when
sets in.
my husband will see me like this, Omo, you don't know that
Yeah.
I make efforts.
Look, but you're not serious. You're not serious.
Remember, you don't know that it's not easy to sit pretty in the house. You think it's a small job.
Oh, so
To always look
okay.
good.
So let's say you are making $250,000. He's making $450 or something.
Yeah.
And then he's carrying, of course, he's paying off, or he has paid off the mortgage, and he's also paying for that $20,000-$30,000 twice a year vacation, paying school fees, paying everything. Of course, his disposable income will go down compared to what he should be putting towards
That is
retirement.
different, though. It's not me
No.
making
Let me
50,000,
land now. I'm putting towards the business. So she has more disposable income, so she should put that more into the retirement of the house.
Kulata, how about me making 200? My husband is making 1 million. What do you say?
It's not by force.
And if your husband is making 1 million, then you still need to adjust based on the ratio. But you cannot say you are putting your $200,000 to buy lip gloss, and while your husband is taking all the responsible
It's an
things.
effort too, Kulata.
No, it's not any effort. No, that's no. Nobody's going to tolerate that.
If I'm buying a lip gloss with my money and I say pretty for him,
200,000, that lip gloss better be made from gold.
That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you what I use my money for. And he uses his own money for the retirement, for everything.
Yeah, come for Elegba.
I'm going to report you. You this Kulata. Yeah, go ahead, Kulata. Go ahead.
No, on a serious note, I don't see any reason why, men do what men do. But I just have a problem with someone saying, okay, your own income is 100% for you, because that's where you see the situation where you see a wife building houses, while her husband is just maintaining that single house and doing things. So the woman at some point in time, like you guys say something happens. Let's say the guy develops a stroke now, and you marry a bad wife. Then she's now going to turn the tables on you with all her properties outside. So I'm saying you as a husband, you take our money and put it towards the 401k or towards retirement or towards investment properties that you guys are doing together. She's just not just sit the house down and not do anything.
I agree to investments, actually. I do agree to that. But Kulata, take it easy. We are saying that God,
no, it's not take it easy. It's what works for everybody.
Yeah.
I did not marry an invalid.
We are not saying you should marry an invalid or you should marry a woman that will love you absolutely. Because you said now that in case the man has a stroke and no, we are not talking about such women. We are talking about a faithful woman that loves her husband absolutely. That's what we are talking about.
They start by loving till the guy becomes unhealthy, and then you see what happens.
It's a lie. If you're faithful and your husband has been faithful to you, you can never turn against that kind of a man. That's a lie. I don't agree to that at all, Kulata. Extremists or no.
Can I give one quick input? I feel this discussion is even showing the extremes of if a man loses everything, catastrophe happens, so we expect his partner to support him. I think everyone agrees on that. I think one thing is I would want younger men to listen to this, because you would hear that women are saying men are insecure when they find out a woman earns more money than him. But the truth is, it's not that the man is insecure. He's smart. He knows that most women will start to disrespect a man who earns less. She might claim that she doesn't care, but over time, especially if it's a long-term relationship, she starts to lose respect for him, even when she knew how much he was earning at the time, and he's not trying to make more than that. And I've seen it from my own eyes. Like, I'll tell my aunt.
We're not talking about a man that's not making an effort. We're talking about a man that's taken care of you for years, and the man lost everything. That's what we are talking about. We are not talking about useless men. We are talking about responsible men that have taken care of their family, their wife, and all what belongs to them. And now they have a stroke. Yeah. That's what we are saying now. So don't.
So we are focused on the extreme.
Useless man has never done anything before in his life. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So
are you saying then, if we're focused on the extreme end of a man who has lost everything because of illness, that a woman would struggle to support him? Is that what we're saying? Or
somebody that's been helping, that's doing 100%, and do just like the way Kulata painted it, and the guy now, is sick. so the woman will start, misbehaving. I don't believe that.
Right.
I don't
Right.
believe that.
There-
Yeah,
There's
my own
some
opinion.
women that do that, but I think I just heard overall people felt that a woman should still contribute somehow, and I think that's true, and women still do. But I've even noticed that from what I've observed from other relationships is that even when she does, there's this element of loss of respect, even if it's not his fault that finances have been rocky. That's when that respect starts to go. I don't know why. That's the other gender's nature. But I would want younger men to witness that rather than to just expect, oh yeah, she'll support me when I'm struggling all the time. You avoid that situation as much as possible, unless you have a very genuine partner, then cool. But most of the time,
Until you
it's a
remember, there
risk.
should be some form of investment in the family already too.
Right.
So you can't be spending all the money. There should be some kind
Right.
of investment. Yeah.
Tammy, I feel like women should only help the men, like support the men financially and contribute to the finances if he's just coming from like Nigeria and he needs to, she needs to help
settle
him
down,
get
yeah.
that settle down. Then she can pay the house bill, the light bills. But I feel like once he, finish with his certification or become the engineer, doctor, she shouldn't work at all. Unless she wants to. Because like I said, like I feel like there's more respect when a man is being a man instead of like demanding your money and asking you how many hours did you work today, how much are they paying you, and all of that. It's demeaning. It doesn't even feel like you love me anymore, because I'm like your slave.
Those relationships never really last. I've noticed. I saw a stat
Exactly.
where it's the number one reason why a lot of people get divorced: financial matters.
And
and
notice
this is where it
women,
leads to.
and you notice women, sometimes we have our attitude, right? And we tend to like say a lot of shit. But like when the man is like the man is like the head of the household and he's contributing and he's pretty much, paying all the bills, you kind of exercise self-control. You kind of calm down and give him a lot of respect, because he is taking care of the house and taking care of you and the kids. So, you can't really run your mouth too much on him. You get what I'm saying?
Excuse me, I want some clarity. Are you only referring to successful men or people that are just climbing the stairs? So
And I said that if the man is still struggling,
I'm referring to responsible man. But if the man is still struggling, yes, you should still give him respect and
That's
help
what
him
we
get
said.
back on his feet because he's just
so,
into the country.
okay. So what you guys are saying is that even if he's successful, he must take care of all the finances.
100%. Yes. Yes.
So so what will the women use their own money for if they are professional women like
She
working?
should save her money. She should save her money.
Why are you bothered about what your woman is we're using our money? Why are you so bothered?
Remy, BBL, Brazilian butt lift.
It doesn't matter. If the guy doesn't do BBL, you go for the girl.
Men don't even give women money.
If the guy wants to do BBL, let her do BBL.
I'm sorry, you ladies are not serious, man. Come
and
on,
sometimes men don't dash women money nowadays, But if this is Nigeria, we won't be having this conversation. If we're in Nigeria, we won't be having this conversation.
No. This is not about Nigerian or no Nigerian. You are trying to say your money belongs to you. You don't need to take care of your children too. And the man take care of the house, pay everything, all the bills in this world. Why you just smile to the bank and buy your whatever you want to buy? What kind of a woman is that? Even if you must be able to support your husband, even if it's a little Dangote.
Well,
you have the money. You should also support him financially also.
You have to have this discussion when you meet your wife. You have that discussion because you can't be with someone like me.
So let me interject a bit. Let me interject a little bit.
He's a stand-up man. He's a responsible man.
Let me interject a little bit.
So because my mom has never paid a bill. Period.
So a man takes care of all these things. A responsible woman will just surprise the man and buy a ticket to Thailand for the entire family. That, oh, I see all your contributions. Okay, this one is on me. So when you're seeing your man doing what you're doing, there will be a lot of this one's on me from the woman. And also bringing her money like, hey, when you're doing this investment, please put this. Let's do it together. That's the kind of responsibility I see. Not just sit your ass down and then be applying makeup and be saying one thing or the other.
Kulata, what's your problem about makeup? So for me now.
I'm using it as an extreme argument.
What's your problem about makeup?
I don't have problem with makeup. I'm just using it as an extreme argument.
Remy, have you finished with your submission? Let Mike go after you.
Yeah, Mike can go ahead. No problem.
Mike, you're late. You're late to the party.
I know, sorry. Oh my.
Go ahead.
What are you guys talking about? The last thing I heard was Choma saying something very ridiculous, man.
What's ridiculous? What's ridiculous?
Maybe
what's ridiculous?
If you said if a woman is making money and the man is making money, why just pay everything and then she
yes,
just
now we're saying that if you're not in that position to pay everything yet, the woman should help you. But as soon as you're well to do, you have a lot of money, then you should be paying everything. That's what we're saying.
No, if you desire to,
God will help you.
But it shouldn't be a rule. No, I don't think it should be a rule that okay, you just pay and she's making money too. She just keep her home. What are you keeping it for? What are you keeping your money for?
Keeping it for herself. Why are you even looking at that money?
For yourself to do what? Just
whatever.
You guys are talking like this because you're in America. I don't think your father's.
Forget it doesn't matter, man. The world is a global village now. There's no more America, this and that and that. It's straight up.
It's gonna be your roommate. I'm sorry to tell you this.
Choma, just explain the logic behind that. Just explain it. Everything have to have a reason behind it, right? Explain the reason behind why one just keep money and the other one just spend. Explain it. Money is money, isn't it? Is that money different? Is it the money one is green, the other one is red? What is it? Is it not the same money? What's the difference? So what should be the reason why the woman earn the money and keeps it, and the guy only spend all this money? Come on, explain it.
The fact that she's the weaker vessel and she works so hard for her money and she already have 4 kids for you, or I just think that you shouldn't really expect that much from her than for her to be beautiful and take care of the kids, pick them up from school, take them to the hospital, the doctors. There's a lot that women do that you men don't even do. So I don't think you should be.
What does that have to do with the money? What does that have to do with money?
Kids to the hospital and school.
The money is hers, Mike. The money is not yours. The money is not yours.
I don't see any husband.
If she's talking, what would you do if she said she's not going to give you her money? It's her money, not yours.
No, I'm not asking you for the money. No one is asking her for the money.
She's not going to give you the money. Stop worrying about her money.
No. You're not listening to me. No one is saying give me your money. Whatever I'm saying.
You are demanding my money.
I'm not demanding your money.
We
have responsibilities.
Wait, what kind of marriage? What kind of marriage is my money? Is your money? Isn't it a marriage? What kind of marriage is that?
Go and have this conversation inside your house. Why did you run away from the house? Go back inside the house.
What kind of marriage is that? My money is my money. My money. Is that a marriage?
Go back inside the house and have this conversation.
I'm driving.
Wait, Choma, do you agree with me that everything in the marriage belongs to both belong to both the husband and wife, right? Everything, right?
Well, here's the thing: if the bills has your name on it, then you should pay for it.
But the bills that has both. Yeah, okay, now you're making sense. So if the bills has a name on it, why should I pay for it? Is that not what you're telling me that I should pay for it?
Maybe the house bill has my name on it because I'm the co-signer, but you're the main person that should be paying for it. Why should I help you?
No. If your bill has your name on it, you're saying I should pay for it. Why you have money, you keep your money. Why I pay for it? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm not paying for nothing.
Even if it has your name on it.
Mike,
including your makeup bills too. Just like Olata said.
Mike, will you make enough money so that you won't even know how much your woman is earning? Say amen.
No, it's not even about the money. It's not about the money. It's just the principle. It's like, what's wrong now? Even if I'm a billionaire, if I'm Dangote, you still, I mean, it's
so
still.
Dangote knows. So you are saying that Dangote knows the amount of money his women they make? You think so? You think Dangote has an idea how much his women are making?
How many women here will be able to marry a Dangote? Why don't you guys respect yourselves and calibrate yourselves into normal stuff? Talking Dangote. What's wrong with you people?
It's more like you're just disrespecting.
We will not have this conversation.
Your job is to take care of your wife and children. That's what we are saying. Do you people part?
Yeah. Zita, please, can you educate people like Kulata more?
Your job is to take care of your wife and kids till death do you people part.
Amen.
If she decide to help you, that is voluntary. It is not her job. She can decide to surprise the whole family, buy a new house, pay for holidays, even get you a new car. That is out of her own will, not her duty. It's your duty. For you to come and be saying that she must is actually what is ridiculous about it.
No, nobody's saying you must.
You that question. What kind of marriage is that?
No, Madam Zita, no one is saying someone must or everything should be voluntary. Even me, I do what I do because I want to do it, not because my woman is making me do it or I think she wants. No, I do what I want to do and I do what I think is right. That's it. There's no room where you are responsible for this, you're responsible for that. Even I wash plates sometimes if I want to. You understand? I can even wash your clothes. I do it because I want to. But what I'm saying is, why should you say this is a law that it's a rule that your money is your money, my money is our money? Like, who makes that kind of rule? There's no rules, man. I mean, money that comes in belongs to both of us. I mean, I won't say belong to both of us. You want to say you want your account? No. Here's the deal. If you want to say you keep your money in your bank, I can keep my bank account. But if you create a bill, right? You know, people create bills. I can do something to create bill for the house. So maybe I go and buy. I feel like we need someone special big screen, something in the house, right? I go and buy it, then I'll pay for it. If she feel like, oh, I want this big screen in my room or whatever, or in the house, I want this, and I know she has the money, I say go and buy it now. If you have the money, go and buy it. You want it, go and buy it. I believe whoever who wants what should pay for it. That's what I'm saying. You can't say you want something, and I know you're a doctor, you make so much money, and you're not coming to me to come and pay for it. You're the one that wants it. I can buy for you as a gift, maybe for your birthday, but if it's just a normal occasions that was normal for no reason, you want something, you want this one fancy something in your on top of the roof or something. You say you want it. Oh, well, you the one that like it. Go and buy it now. You have the money. But I'm not saying like if a woman doesn't have a job or she doesn't have the money, then I can buy it. But if you have money, you can't come and tell me to be buying everything now. What are you doing with your own money then? Shoma, what are you talking about here, man?
I'm not going to help you pay no bills, Mike. I'm just letting you know now.
So I'm sure you haven't find.
So let me speak. So in terms of like bills, like for those that still have mortgages, paying the mortgage or paying off the mortgage, men do that. You don't want to disturb your wife with stuff like that. But to say our income is not part of the joint income of the family, that's where I draw the line. Because
why you guys joining income with your wife in the first place?
You guys will have.
Is she not a human being? I mean, what is she?
You guys will have a financial agreement because that's the number one breaker of homes. Like if you guys don't agree financially, you guys will have a financial agreement, and that's why you want to make sure that she's putting money towards investments and retirement. Not it's my money. Then she just start doing frivolities like anyhow. Like, no, it's not like that. Because maybe you guys are talking about a situation where maybe an executive is married to a doctor. You guys are both high earners. You're either making 7 figures or high 6 figures. So you can't now say, oh, there's no family income. That's kind of like ridiculous. If your wife is making maybe below 100,000 and you are making $1 million, yeah, that's kind of like different. So nobody's arguing about taking care of the bills or paying off paying the mortgage or all that stuff. That's a man's job. A man will be a man. But now a woman too will be a woman to support the man. and not just saying this money is mine, and then I pack my pickup mark and do nonsense.
You know, Colata, I know the problem of society. People are still stuck with the old time when it's only men
What's
that
old time?
have. What I'm saying, the old time is only men that really have economic opportunities. They earn. You understand? Women usually can't find work because jobs back in the day require breaking your back. And women usually can't do those works. But in the time we live in right now, even women have more access to job than men. So everyone is making money now. So let's dump that whole mentality that it's a man. It's only man that earn money. So
people just have ideas in their head.
No. The idea of they said it now. They say it's your responsibility. You understand? So that's the whole mentality that is the man's responsibility to handle
So I want to ask you guys a question.
But
so
the reason,
like Kulata, hold on, Mike. People like Kulata believes you should pay the mortgage and what other things. Kulata, I want to know. So
I paid when I was paying the mortgage. I was the only one that paid the mortgage because I just found it natural to do. So that was just me. I didn't compel anybody to join me in that.
So
no, not just mortgage now.
Okay.
I have all the bills. I control the finances, so I pay all that stuff. But when it comes to when it comes to kind of like vacations, I can pay for some, but she pays for a lot, like that I won't even plan. So all that stuff is joint responsibility. She's going to bring it in. And then, of course, we have joint
I think I agree with Kulata partially, but people like Mike and I don't know. But let me know your position so that we separate issues here. We don't just join everything together. So what do you pay, Mike, so that we separate issues? People like Kulata now, he's paying everything, but his wife surprises him sometimes with like a fantastic holiday and all that. So please, Mike, can you tell us
what I pay? I pay for what I want. You understand? If I say, okay, I want this. If let's say, for example, you pay a vacation, for example, let's say I have desire to go.
No, let's leave vacation first and talk about bills. Actually, that's the most important things in the house first. Bills like mortgage, bills, light bills, gas bills, and all that. So how?
I take care of. It's my house, so I take care of the bills. I take care of the mortgage. I take care of something that's I know that it's my decision to acquire. I just pay. I don't start sitting in the room and say, okay, I want to buy a big house. So now we're going to split the bill. No, I paid because I was one that. But now if she wakes up and say, I want this bigger house and I want to buy it, and I'm like, I don't want to be paying that much for that kind of house. And she said, no, we must get it. And then that's why I will let her know. Come. This one, this is the amount now I can put into this one. The rest you take care of it because you are the one that want to acquire it. I believe you pay for what you want, because we're not going to want the same thing. You understand? There's some things you want, there's some things I don't want. So whatever you want, you go and pay for it.
Like your wife suggesting a private school for your children. What do you think? Do you think
I want private school as well? So of course, but let's say she wants private school. I don't want private school, which will be ridiculous. I'm not that deadbeat. I just say hypothetically. Let's say I don't believe in spending for private school and things, and she says she wants it. And I'll tell her, okay, but since you want it, you pay for it,
Yeah. Okay. So I'm because it's good. Zita and Chima, it's good for us to know where they're coming from. So some men are here now talking about their wife should split mortgage with them and all the bills. So let's hear DOG out. DOG, can you go ahead and tell us which bills are you talking about actually? Yeah.
I just feel a woman should look, especially when you have external projects. My mortgage is £1.2 million. And I pay it myself. I live in the seafront, you see. So, but if you are married, my own point is that idea, that mindset, I feel is wrong. Because if you are married, you've become one. You should have the mindset to want to support your husband, not the other way around. And you said because your excuse initially was because your dad was the one that was paying the bills, doing everything in the house. So you can never.
So DOG, how about other bills apart from the mortgage?
It's good to wish well for your.
How about other bills?
Hold on. It's good to wish well for your husband. It's good to wish well for your husband to be able to do that, but that doesn't still mean you shouldn't support your husband. If you have that idea in your head, I think it's wrong.
How about other bills?
To have a healthy marriage and not a toxic one. To be honest.
So your wife takes care of all other bills except the mortgage. Is
No
that what
other
you're saying?
bills. I pay most.
Okay. Most of the bills. Okay.
Do you
Thank
pay our
you,
cell
DH.
phone bills too?
I don't pay ourselves. Why would I pay ourselves?
Man, you're not paying everything. Now you are talking.
No, he said most of the things. He didn't say everything.
I'm in
No.
support.
Oh, I
of
thought you
what
said
you're
everything.
saying,
Okay.
But
No,
when
he said
Chairman
most
came
of
and
the
said, "Oh,
things.
your husband have to pay for everything," if you have that mindset in your head and you are working, it's only if you're an housewife. Then you mentioned something about you are the one taking the kids to school, you are the one cooking. I support
Yeah.
my. Sometimes I cook. Sometimes I take my kids to school as well. That's why if you are married to a man that doesn't take the kids to school, that doesn't support you in all those ways, then you are single. Then you are a single mother. Because as a father, I take my kids to school as well.
What
And I
Choma is
pay some
telling us
money.
is Choma is saying you pay a makeup bill, you
No,
pay a
that
cell
is our
phone bill,
own now.
you pay
Then you
everything she
At
That
does
is
this
our own.
desire,
for our life.
it's good to wish to get to that
I don't
point.
think a woman should pay for anything.
So I should pay your makeup bills too, Choma.
Yeah, that is our own.
Even if
point
it's
of view.
vacation, I don't think a woman should pay nothing.
What about your
Thanks,
makeup bills
Chioma.
and your hairstyle bills? I should pay all that too.
Yes, you can. You can pay for the bundles too, Brazilian bundles.
That's your opinion now. Let's hear Remy. Remy, please unmute. Let's hear. What bills do you pay? Thank you, Remy.
Okay, for me, I paid all the bills, but I don't pay. I bought phones for her, but she put credit by herself, and she's also responsible in terms of investment for most of our property in Nigeria. We collaborate together to do this. I have my idea. She also have an idea, but this way you are trying to talk but she's not that kind of person. Okay, so we work
Remy, do you
together.
pay our makeup bills too?
I don't pay makeup bills, but sometimes I will buy her some makeup kit. Most times.
And you are paying our makeup bills. Why are you buying?
We have responsible.
I'm telling you, I often buy makeup kit. I also buy.
Why are you buying that? Why are you buying that? What's the point of you buying that?
Sometimes if I go shopping and I see something special, I will just buy it and give it to her.
You don't know anything about makeup. You are telling me it's something special. Remy, what do you know about makeup?
And I see it and I buy it for her, and she said, "Thank you, my guy."
Remy, you don't know anything about makeup, man. Come on now. You know you don't she's like, go and buy me my makeup, pay my makeup bill, and you pay it. You need to stop doing that.
No. The makeup I will buy is not the the cosmetic for body lotion, just for some mascara, some eyelash stuff, some
Why are you buying things like that? What does that have to do with you?
It doesn't matter.
Are you kidding me? This is just
That's what
showing
it
love.
feels like buying to spoil his wife. Why are you
that?
harassing him because of that?
I don't think anything is wrong with that one. And
It
she
doesn't
often
matter.
I like surprising her. I like giving her surprises.
And may God continue.
Are you buying as a gift, or you are? Because women's makeup is everlasting bill because they wear makeup forever, and there are some things that is everlasting bill. Like hair, they have to do their hair every month. They have to do makeup every month. So you are paying all these things.
If a man starts paying for hair, I have to flog that man.
Remy, are you paying for their wig too? You know how much that wig costs?
No, I don't. Most times I don't pay for weeks. She will buy.
Sometimes you pay. Why are you paying at all?
You say anything you are paying for. You are a man. That's why you're paying for everything.
I'm saying, but Mike, you don't allow me to talk. Let me finish. Okay? Mikey, you can see your own.
Okay, Remy, thank you, Johnny. You're a good man. May God continue to bless your purse. And Tammy is not married yet. Yeah, God bless you. So, Tammy, what are you intending? What are you intending to do when you get married? Unmute, Tammy. Let's hear you.
Yeah. You know, that's why I even said earlier that I'm hoping, like, my friends are listening too. We when we plan on settling down, what we've witnessed is there are women on both sides that say, oh, I don't mind splitting the bill, or oh, I want to support my man. Oh, men are insecure if they don't think I can earn more than them. And I'm just listening to what some people are saying and then what's actually happening. And what I've noticed is, a lot of the young men who want to settle down, they know, okay, we have to get our finances up and running before we even settle down. Chioma mentioned one time, some people who move from, Nigeria, Africa to the West, the men might grind harder so the women would support through that phase. But, for us who grew up in the West, we now see that, okay, it's best for us to be financially stable before 100%. We start relying on a woman to help us through it. It should be very, very specific times when she is having to help us. But overall, I'm not going to make an obligation at all, because they will lose respect for us in general. So I'm prepared that I want to be financially able before I even rely on a woman in any way, because I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it.
Tell me, we still discussed this yesterday night. We still talked about this particular
topic. I have a question for you for clarity. Are you trying to say that you pay all the bills, all the mortgage, everything, and she will just keep her money? Is that what you are trying to say? Oh, I don't get it.
It would have to be voluntary on her side. That's the plan for me. And I know there are young guys who don't see themselves living like that lifestyle. But from what I've witnessed, it's best that I can provide as much as I can, in the relationship. That's what I believe. Because I can see the problems that come with it. It's not because, I want to, I have to play a traditional role. It's also because of the repercussions that can come with it too.
But let me ask you though, man. Okay, what about you're talking about basic bills, like things you acquire, like your house, all those things. But what about extra things that you choose to add to it, like extra unnecessary bills or
like groceries?
Not grocery. I'm talking maybe extra things. Maybe she wants subscribe for some other things, some subscription. Okay. Let's say cable bills, for example. She decides to subscribe for something else that costs extra money. All those kind of things. Do you still pay all that?
I'm not even looking at those. That's the thing. If it will be
permission, you guys will have a joint account, and she will have her own account for her own money. She can pay whatever she needs necessary for the house. Okay. Why are you asking Tammy?
No. He's saying he told her. He said he pays for it. He just pays for everything.
Tammy's not married. Why can take it easy?
No, he will pay for it.
Let me.
Because technically, it's his money.
Right.
Well, we know it's money now. We just want to understand where we all stand. That's all. That's why we're asking questions. We're not crucifying anybody.
If his wife chooses to use a portion of the money to buy,
let him speak for himself now, Choma. Let him speak for himself now. I'm asking the guy a question. Answering for him.
I think Choma is marketing herself. Okay.
A happy wife is a happy man.
Okay, who cares? Okay. Even while they make happy, they still don't make the men happy sometimes. So don't give us that. All that quote is just is fantasy. Trust me, my brother. So I'm asking you. You say you want to pay. You believe in paying all the bills. Like, I'm asking you, what if something she's adding to it, like extra things? Are you paying that too?
I like we're framing the scenario. Let me drop it. We're framing the scenario. Okay, if she's in a position where she's already working, making a decent salary, she won't be telling me what she's spending the money on, and she's definitely spending it on the family somehow. I'm covering everything that's paperwork in general.
God bless you, Timmy.
Bills, mortgage.
You.
I'm wondering where this conversation is maybe going for.
Are you going to pay a cell phone bill? Are you going to pay a cell phone bill?
Why not?
Why should you pay a cell phone bill? Why?
Automatic withdrawal.
No, you guys will not be on family plan now. You want separate. If you guys are not on a family plan, God knows I don't want to be on a family plan with my wife. You have to be on your own. So she has to have a cell phone. Are you going to pay for a cell phone bill?
Yes.
Why?
And you're not a full housewife. You
are. Which kind of women did this to your love? Why would?
Can I say something? Can I say something, please? Look, let me say this to all the men. We are minding our business. So you came and said we should marry you. I don't know all this bring money, help here, do this. I don't even know where you people are coming with that.
I don't know.
We were minding our business. You came and begged us and said we should marry you. And all of a sudden you want us to be a business partner. What kind of thing is this now?
But I'm sorry. These days, women are the one that are asking us, when are you going to marry me?
Madam, have you ever listened to this song of Yemi Alade? Marry me, oh, isn't that you women?
They are the one that push us into marriage now. She's trying to make it look like men are the one that really want marriage. It's women that want. They are the one going out promoting marriage. telling men, hey, husband.
And that is women with low self-esteem. And that's why I always tell girls around me, don't ever put yourself in that position.
And
that you ever beg a man to marry
her.
You. Never ever.
No, we are not talking about the begging part there. We are talking about women are the one that are promoting marriage. When in the dating sometimes, she keep consistently asking, when are you going to propose to me? So you guys you make it look like you're the one that are really dying to get
married. Why will
married.
you propose to me? Don't marry that kind of a girl.
And you
that's a girl that doesn't have any self-worth. Don't
and
marry
you
that
go
kind
and
of
propose.
a girl.
You don't know what you are proposing is total taking care. When you
No,
propose,
sometimes
you
you
are
can't say,
taking
why would
care.
you say don't marry that kind of girl? Sometimes people are in a relationship for many years.
Begging.
The girl is getting
the girl that is begging, and when are you going to propose?
Am I wasting my time? Am I wasting my
go
time?
away if you are wasting your time. If you think the guy is wasting your time, then go.
Somebody that has dated you for 8 years. 8 years and you are 32. You are 32. You have dated for 8 years and you won't ask the person.
So small time now. You tell us to go and buy wig, Abby. To buy wig too, Abby.
You have to buy wig, Kulata.
Hey, Jesus.
Kulata, you
have to buy wig. That Brazilian hair, you have to buy
you will buy it.
You
never.
You buy it.
When you are working, go and buy your own wig for that. For Christ's sake.
I will call your wife this afternoon. So I will send her the website she's going to order that wig. Is 2.5 million.
Then I'll tell her to go and buy the worst wig possible.
For 1 week.
2.5 million. Yes, Remy. May God help you. Yes. Yes. 2.5 million. Yes.
And Kulata, when you see her skin getting dull, you won't rush and go and get her some beautiful cream to use. Is that what you're telling us?
She knows she has to take care of her own skin now. She's responsible. That's why she's working.
Really?
Is it me that will buy lotion again?
Women will not wait for their own skin to be done for the man to notice it.
Everybody use Nivea.
Kulata, your brukuni. I will call your wife this afternoon. So use that. Adewale, can you unmute, Adewale? So let's know the bills that you pay. Adewale, go ahead.
Things that I should what?
Bills that you pay in your house. What bills do you pay?
Yeah. May God help us. We'll be paying all the bills. God help us. I paid virtually. The only thing I don't pay is the phone bill. I pay for mortgage. I pay for lights, gas, even daycare, school, and all that. I paid all that. It's just that my wife comes in. I think the grocery food stop, she comes in from there, and the phone bill. Other than that, everything goes to Amazon and what else you can call it. But you know, I will say this: if I know what I knew now, I won't get married. I just have maybe 1 or 2 kids, and that's it. I just roll. You know, I've heard it people say get married so that you can settle down. Settle down for what? Settle down and your MRI is going AWire. If you are single on this show, don't get married. If you're a dude though, if you're a woman, then you can get married. But if you're a dude, don't worry about it. Okay? For those who say that they don't have to pay shishi in their household, hey, kudos to you. That's your choice. That's if it works for you, good. But you see, that man, may he lives long, because studies have shown that men love to shoulder a lot of responsibility, regardless of the environment they are living, whether in Africa, in India, or anywhere. But the thing is that I always encourage my female kids to be economically empowered. And you are getting married not because you want that man to take all your burden, financial burden. If I could train you in college and you are empowered, why should you be a liability? Quote unquote, not necessarily, but you know, if a man really loves you and wants to take some responsibility, yeah, you know, but from time to time, trying to, you know, lighten the load, the burden on that man. When come in, you know, not occasionally, but come in at certain, hey, let me take up this so that it can help you out. The goal to financial independence or financial freedom is to have 2 people who call themselves family or husband and wife to come together put resources together in a way. And you usually find any family, except one of them go astray or started frolicking and all that. But if they are really serious and they're genuine and they are loyal to each other, they tend to go far and they tend to do great things, and to their friends, they will always look as if, they have a miracle happening to them. But it's about planning. When you two of you earn, let's say, $200,000 a year in America, let's just put it that way, and both of you have 400 combined, if by the time you sorted out the mortgage, sorted out other sundry expenses, you realize that you have enough. And that will also give you the perspective of, savings and not spending frivolously. And that will help both of you. But when you have one, it's one-sided, and one is, is paying everything, and the other person is doing bone straight every day, or the other one is going to the beer parlor and drinking, liquor every day and all that, it end up in ruins. But what I was saying,
Adewale, I'm not talking about men that earn $200,000.
This is why I like men in Nigeria, because
I'm not talking about men that earn 200 that want to combine that 200,000 to their woman's 200,000. And we said this earlier before you came in. So if he is still in that range, you need help. So we said that until such a time you are blessed. I'm telling you, I'm not talking about guys that earn $200,000. I made that very clear at the beginning of this discussion.
What I would say is this. What I would say is, what I would say, Dupsy, as a lady, if you are going to get married or you are already married, do not demand for what you yourself cannot provide for yourself. Because, like Lata said earlier, if things went south in the future, or one of you gets sick, the other person is going to be the one. How to be financially independent, so to say, so that if that situation ever arises, you'll be able to cope. Totally. You know what they used to call it in Yoruba? Aduro Dokoduro Debi. That is, who waits for husband is waiting for hunger.
We are not promoting that any woman should wait for a man, but we are talking about the bills. What's goes on inside the house? We all here. I think we all have our own profession.
We don't want our women to.
We are not talking about somebody that is waiting for the man. But we are talking about who takes care of the bills in the house.
Stop looking into your wife's money.
I would say both should take care of the bills. But in a situation, hold on. I've heard you. That's great. If you don't want to take it, that's fine. I mean, as long as you meet a man who is able to do that. Majority of us do it anyway. We're African, right? But the thing is, when you change the environment, the man doesn't need to ask the woman, this is what you should be doing. No. Look, as a man, for you to have a voice in your household, you want to do things. But that woman, if it's caring enough, she's really in love with you, will want to come in to help you out. So occasionally, if there's, things doesn't gel well, or you can say, look, let me be paying this for you, maybe light bill or gas or something that is not that much by the time you compare, the salary she's earning or whatever income she's getting. So that at least that man will also understand that, look, my wife is also there for me. It's not an obligation, but if you want to do that, it makes that man more happier, so that at the end of the day, just like Kuleta said, you have enough money to go on the vacation, you have enough money to play around with, to invest, to do everything. But like I said, two hands joined together make that journey more sweet and more sweeter. But which is one way, God help. But if you have the financial muscle, if you are a politician or a pastor or a man, or those people or 419 or Yahoo, you can, or you have your own business that's booming, you can take care of the responsibility. Just know one day you will buy, too much of.
Thank you, Adewale. So I think we've exhausted this particular topic. Is there any?
Dupsy, let me say one thing. Very important. This Adewale make one comment. He advised guys, single guys, not to get married. No, this is what I would say. Don't marry the wrong person. But if you find there's always that one person that fits you very well, and trust me, that if you get with that person, you will all these things we are talking about will not even be a factor. Like my woman, for example, she just fit me very well. This conversation of money or thing, we don't even think about it. Like literally, I mean, marry your friend. That's my best advice. Once you meet that person that,
God bless you, Mike. We don't even
yeah, yeah,
discuss money in my house too. We don't
exactly. We don't
discuss money.
even. I
We
don't
don't
even think
discuss
about it.
money.
Like it doesn't even occur. Like
Allah.
yeah. So we don't even. It's like I just pay things like you pay. We don't even think about it because our relationship is more of a friendship that's so cool, like your best friend kind of thing. Where we, we don't even lie to each other. So once you find that person, I always tell you, find your friend. And I was not lucky I didn't marry earlier because before I was, I could have married those kind of regular women. But you find your friend, Luckily, it was the father that gave me this woman, So, thanks to
So marriage is
If
sweet
I
and I believe
show,
marriage is
if I
beautiful. Yeah.
those of you going to
Yeah.
church, pastor will find you wife. So,
But is it not the
yeah,
same thing? Religion. At
which
Itifa, at
religion?
the church, it don't be the same thing. It should be
Eh?
the same thing.
There's no way
Ifa
if I will tell
and
you that
church,
this is your
is it
match
not the
and it's
same?
not your match. I've never seen it where it didn't work.
Okay. Thank you, Mike
Your
Babalawo.
match.
Thank you for telling us
You
that.
enjoy that woman, you enjoy your relationship. It's more like you're with a best
Marriage
friend.
is a beautiful thing, and I agree to that totally. So be more matured. I agree to that. Guys should be more matured in getting married because that will save you a lot of stress. I don't like divorce at all. So that is why I say marriage is not compulsory. I always preach that. So it's good for a man and a woman to be matured before they, come together to become one. So, and I pray that all of you should be able to take care of the makeup bill, the lip gloss bill, the BBA, or whichever, what do you call that?
God
BBA.
forbid bad thing in Jesus' name. In
BBM
Allah's
bill.
name.
Is it BBM
In
or
Ifa's
BBM? I
name.
don't
God
know what they
forbid
call
it.
it. But anything that your wife
Breast
wants to do.
lift, BBL,
What? BBL. Good, Chioma.
breast lift,
I pray.
and
Breast
breast lift.
lift. Face
Now,
lift.
breast
Face.
augmentation,
Our breast augmentation. Are you a Chioma?
Botox, Botox.
Everything.
You forget Botox. That one is the most important one.
Botox and the fillers. Very
Yes.
expensive too. Very important because
Absolutely.
sometimes it
Very
wears out and
important.
you have to go back like every six months and it's expensive.
Why pay
So
for that? Just go and get a second wife.
yeah, second
And
wife,
fillers.
Kini. That second wife,
That is new chassis.
me.
Exactly.
Your wife panel beat be paying for panel beating bills.
Guys, do you know what I tell my husband? Me Dupsy like this. I'm 10 women for my husband already. So we don't need extra women. I am 10. No way. That's what I always tell him. So he doesn't need any other woman. So that's why he's contented with Dupsy baby. Do you understand? So try and be 10. So that your husband
What if
won't
he
think
wants
that
the 11th woman? What if you want the 11th woman? What do you do now?
No, I don't think he will be able to afford the 11th person. I'm telling you, Mike, because me already. I'm 10 already. So I don't know where that other woman can come from. Do you understand? So if your husband loves you, all of you are responsible. And I'm so impressed with all you guys here today. You're all responsible. You said what you're doing. I know Kulata is just joking around with most of the things they're saying because I know Kulata very well. He's a very responsible guy. So I'm happy that most of you agreed that you pay your mortgage and you pay most of the bills in the house. Even if your wife pays for the makeup and all that, it doesn't matter. We are just joking. So it's good to be a responsible man. Your wife will respect you more, and we pray for strength for you guys. We are not saying that a woman should be now unreasonable, demanding what the man cannot afford. I've never done that before. I know how my husband's income has increased. I know how my taste has increased over years. We've been married for 24 years. So people like Chioma, please be considerate. I know you're an expensive babe, and I know you're not going to be a total liability because you're a hardworking girl, Chioma. So I know when you start a marriage, you are going to help first. Till such a time the guy is very blessed, then you withdraw from helping. I know that's your opinion. That's your own opinion about this topic. So let us not say, say something, Chioma.
At the end of the day, I'm just like glad that, there's so many men out there and there's so many women out there. Everybody has their own character, their likes and dislikes, and we're not going to be stuck with certain type of men that want things a certain way. Thank God for variety, Thank God for that.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. So that's Chioma's opinion. That's what she thinks. And I think God will bless her with whatever her heart desires. So then don't let us attack her, both in the comment section and guys on the screen. Let's leave her. Let's pray for her. I always tell my boys, tell me there. I always tell them. They have to be more matured. They have to know what they're doing before they get into any marriage. And Temi agrees totally to that they have to know how to take care of their home and be head over their homes. And may God bless each and every one of you to be able to do that. Thank you all for coming. Thomas is not saying anything, but thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Chioma, Remy. Thank you, Kulata. Kulata, I will meet you after this service. You know, I'm going to report you to that person. Thank you, Kulata, for always supporting. Temi, thank you. DOG, thank you for coming. Adewale, thank you. AI, thank you for always supporting Dupsy Baby. Thank you so much, my sister. I really appreciate you. One man, can you bring up the people that gave us money? I'm supposed to do my own. I forgot. Alexander Gomez, thank you so much, sir, the chairman of the Woman's Platform. Thank you for always supporting Nigerian Prince. Thank you so much, my brother, for supporting us today. Ayo, brother Miolowo, thank you so much, Ayo, for always supporting Woman's Show. Who is the next person? Is it Ayo again? Okay, that's it for today. Thank you everyone for coming. I really enjoyed this conversation. I hope we are going to meet. I'm not going to be here next Sunday. Let me say it now, but I hope you're going to meet again soon. Thank you so much. Thanks so much, my boss. I love you so much, woman. God bless you, everybody.